question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay, won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the WillStewartTHFCRants show. I'm your boy, Coach Stell from Tottenham away from the UK, alongside my main man, Mr. K. Mr. K, how you doing, my man?
I'll tell you the truth. I was a bit distracted today. I had to do some stewarding work at QPR at Loftus Road at the same time that our game was being played against Burnley. How am I feeling? I would have been all right. I kind of expected that result, to tell you the truth, but it was the manner in which the result came. It was the final straw that I think Conte really kind of put into his video, his conference, press conference. That's got me bewildered a little bit because I genuinely believe that Conte would have lasted us through summer. We would have made some changes. We would have started next season. But all in one press conference, the whole thing comes apart. I just can't believe it. I'll leave that for you to introduce because I'm feeling a bit lost, to tell you the truth.
Well, look, just in case people that have tuned in to see Will, his ginger beard, I don't know if it's ginger or whether it's just a different colour, but I'm going to call it ginger, and his amazing background studio. Well, tonight, unfortunately, Will's not feeling too good, as are every other Spurs fan after that shit show performance and Conte's comments after the show. But what happened was basically, I was texting Will and I said, Will, what time are you going live? I need to get on the show. And he said, I can't do it. I've got, bad migraine. I can't. I said, Will, there's no way you cannot go live tonight. This is massive. Not the result. The result, we're going to talk about the tactics, the performance and everything about it and what it means. But it's what happened afterwards. Antonio Conte, the comments, the interview, the reports coming out now from journalists. It's not stopping. In the UK, it has exploded. This is a huge story that is breaking. God knows what's going to happen. We're going to get into it, man. And luckily, Will said, okay, Coach Dell, Mr. K, the show goes on, man. The show goes on. And here we are.
Here we are indeed. As you can see, the comments are really coming through and people are just really sad. People don't know what to do. Jazz Fusion over here is saying, woe is me. And you know what? I'm feeling exactly the same thing. Woe is me. Ryan over here is Rico over here is trying to get his ways to work. He needs a bit of therapy. And I think as Spurs fans, we really need to come together on this. We can't be allowing division right now. It's very clear to see what's going on in terms of the fact that we've seen this car crash coming for many years. And I think that basically Conte has seen it firsthand from the inside. I don't know. I'm a little bit for lost for words, to tell you the truth, because I would like to turn around and throw all my anger against this guy over here. I'd like to, but the thing is, at the end of the day, we've got this guy over here, and I think that you cannot get better than this guy at this moment in time. You just can't get better than him. And if this man is willing to throw his hands up in the air and say, you know what, I've had enough, I'm going to go talk to Levy, I feel guilty taking the money. I mean, can you imagine our players saying that type of thing? That would be something novel, wouldn't it? But it is now, I think we've come to a crossroads with this manager. And, if he's going to have this meeting with, the Sith Lord himself.
I'd love to be in that meeting. I'd love to be in that meeting.
They're probably having drinks. It probably took them 30 seconds to decide what to do, and the rest of it just about being cordial with each other. But
do you reckon we'll have some pizza? Bit of pizza.
I'm just going to go through a few more comments. I mean, we got a few people that are turning up in the back studio. Do you reckon we should start putting them in now?
Let's go through a few comments quickly. Say thank you to everyone who's watching the show. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and make sure that you tell all your friends to get over here right now because we're about to blow shit up. I'm telling you. So let's go through a few comments and then we'll bring in all the guests.
Okay, right, brilliant. Rico over here saying we shut ourselves against some midfielders who were physical and aggressive. So basically, it was a rainy day, slippery floor. We've said that before. As Terry Wright would say, what a mess. This club is making me age prematurely. Guys, believe it or not, this beard is not black like my hair. It's prematurely gone white. Ever since I got involved with Spurs community and looking into matters more deeper than I
had hair. I had hair before.
Coach Stell used to have hair.
I used to have hair. Do you know what? I'll get you some photos.
PC Matt saying it's so up and down. He said he's happy at Tottenham. Now he's not. It's so entertaining to watch how dramatically everything changes at Spurs. It is entertaining if you're a neutral person, but for us Spurs fans, this roller coaster ride. We keep putting our hope up. We really do, and then we put our hope right up to there, and then we get pushed off the cliff, and reality hits us. And he was saying, look, he goes, forget the performances, because the performances you can turn around and say they're good. He goes, forget that. He goes, they're not important. The important thing is we lost 4 out of 5 games. And that's unheard of. Normally, if you lose 4 out of 5 games, you know what this guy does? He normally sacks you. So why is he not sacking him? Right? It's very simple. Because everybody knows it's not Conte's fault. That's a first.
Well,
that's
Mr.
a first.
K, there's a narrative building on social media. There's a lot of people that are blaming Conte for this. So we know the truth, but the narrative is building to protect Levy.
Island Life is saying, man, what's wrong with this team? They can beat City, fight like hell against City, but lose against bottom table team like Burnley. Is there anything new in that statement? If you go back at the last 6, 7, 8 years.
Nah, we all said it will be typical Spurs to lose tonight. Most fans said that. So
yeah. I think those fans that have got history, that remember those things. Yeah, I mean, I remember that. Was it 2018 final match? That season that we were chasing like honours, and then we ended the season by losing 5-1 to Newcastle, a team that was relegated. On the last day. 5-1. What? Yeah. I mean, you know, these type of things are happening to us all the time. Terry writes absolutely right. If Conte leaves, this club is effed. Sammy over here saying, Stel, I love what you said earlier. Was it hello? Hello. Is it you?
Is it me you're looking for?
Oh, sorry, is it me? But Tottenham teachers in the house. Tottenham teachers in the house. Big up Mr. K and Stelios. Aaron Dubbs in the house. The meeting was probably just about Conte toning it down a bit in press conferences. No big deal.
I'm not sure about that.
I think I don't know if you remember, Stel, but there was an incident I think before Christmas where where I think Conte said something, right? Yeah, and then he got admonished, and then he said in the press conference, "I'm not allowed to talk about certain things anymore." Right? Then he goes off to Italy, does an Italian interview, and then he comes back and goes, "The club has told me not to do any more Italian interviews anymore." Right? And now he's got to come out and give some sort of baloney about the performance of the team, and he's thinking, enough's enough. I've had enough.
It's clear. It's clear. The club. Sorry, they've tried to gag him. They've tried to silence him. Iggy said this. Italian expert Iggy. He said the club are trying to silence him. He looked at Conte, and just by his body language, he said that he knows Conte. He's watched and observed and learned about Conte for 5, 6, 8, 10 years in Italy. So
I think your internet's starting to break up again. I reckon Levy's trying to mesh up your internet. He's probably out there in your garden right now messing with the cables. Terry Wright is saying that sad truth is Conte is too good for this club, at least in his current state. Now, he said something very strange. He goes, forget top 4. He goes, the club's going to end up being like 10th, 11th, 12th, like where it was when I found it. I mean, there were some heavy statements he put in there. And fair enough, you know what's going to happen now? There's going to be a PR situation going on right now. He's going to come out the next time. He's going to laugh. He's going to do that little laugh, and then he's going to say, he's going to try to say, I meant this and I meant that, and I was a bit feeling down, and I was feeling like, I'm very honest, and he's going to try to cover it up. I got a funny feeling they're going to do that. It's all about damage limitations at this particular point in time. Fez is in the house. Faz is saying, do you really think Conte will walk? Amazing turn of behavior by Conte. He's very happy only a few days ago. Well, the thing is, we don't think anything. We get told. As this man said, nothing's true until he tells us it's true. There's no sun out in the sky until he says the sun is there. So what's the reality? I don't know. But the reality is he's come into a press conference and said, listen, I don't want to take the money. I feel like a thief. And you know what? He's on decent money as well. He's probably feeling embarrassed. I mean, this is like...
He doesn't... You are nothing without your reputation. And if you focus on money ahead of reputation, you end up with no money. Conte's not stupid.
All right, Will Stewart's personally put a comment out in the comments saying, sorry, I couldn't make it on tonight. I'm feeling under the weather tonight. Well, get well soon, Will. Get well soon.
I told him, do not watch Tottenham. Stop watching Tottenham, and now he's sick.
Now, unfortunately, Will's got this linguistical skills where he can actually read Korean, and unfortunately, David, I cannot. So many apologies. If you type it in English, I will print it up for you. Barnabas is in the house saying, big up, Coach Stell. There you go. Lots of love, mate. Lots of love. Mama Coates in the house. She's, you know what? When people are sick, Mama Coates, best advice, stay hydrated. Warm liquids. I'll add that. I think someone's actually noticed my beard as well. But yeah, many people are sending their love out towards Will. Jazz Fusion saying, miss you, Will. Hope you feel better. And David, he's saying the worst thing is, I'm honestly not surprised we bottled it tonight. And you know what? To tell you the truth, I deliberately did not want to listen to the match. I didn't hear about the match until I was getting ready and I was going home from Loftus Road. And I was going home and one of the security personnel next to me, I think, yeah, Josh, he turned around to me and said, by the way, we lost 1-0. I'm thinking, thanks. Now I'm going to be thinking about that all the way home. Like I didn't even go to watch the match. And I'm like one of the away going fans and coming home now, just being sad and demure about the whole situation. But there's part of me that kind of like accepted it. Rico's got a nice little statement here. He goes, the club told him to pretend he's happy with Winks and Sanchez. You know what? I could kind of believe that. Paul's in the house. He's saying, oh my God, how bad is this crap, for fuck's sake? And he's saying that he feels sick as, in the old vernacular, it used to be sick as a parrot. But today's world is sick as AF. Right? I feel for you. Honest to God. Jazz Fusion says the only thing that motivates the squad is fear of embarrassment, i.e. City, fear of leaving London. Wow. And they're getting thrashed in London too. And living the best life. You know, fear of losing the best life. But listen, we've gone through a few comments. Shall we start to get a few of these boys in the mix?
Okay. We don't have the introductory music that Will does, but what we do have is.
I got something. Maybe I can. No, it's the breaking news. We can't use this kind of.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Clip.
What are you doing?
Wrong clip.
You control
like,
the comments. Just control the comments.
like for example, when you got breaking news, and then what would happen is Cody would pop on. Pop on and then like give us the latest smackdown from Twitter. Let me see if I can get rid of this comment. There you go. Thank you very much.
The breaking news is we've got some guests in the background. I'm going to bring them all in one by one very quickly. First of all, the man that loves, adores, can't live without him, the Harry Kane lover himself, Dietrich Kane in the house. What's up, Dietrich?
Well, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. There's normally a music intro, but we haven't got the special magic buttons today.
No, I'm actually so hyped. I'm not gonna talk to Will today. Only my two favorite guests.
All right, I'm sure Will's going to get better off the back of those comments.
You know, Dietrich, you know what? Just for you, right? Yeah, I'm going to change this guy. I'm going to get rid of this guy completely, right? Yeah, and put on Kane. But unfortunately, Kane doesn't look too happy though. I would stick Sonny on, but he doesn't know what to do anymore. He's totally confused. He's totally confused. He's thinking Conte's going to go, Kane's going to go. I'll be all alone with Winks.
No, he's not. It pisses me off.
Well, look, I'm going to bring in the rest of the guests as well because we've got quite a few. The next one, the man himself from Tottenham Tantrum Gold. It's the Dermot. What's up,
how are you, lads? Good evening. How are we all?
Absolutely.
But was my mic good or shit?
It's okay. It's just maybe 10% lower than I would like it. I wouldn't mind it if it's just a little bit higher. Tell you the truth.
I actually do have a bit of breaking news for you, if you wanted.
Wait, one second. Hold on.
There actually is a meeting tonight between Conte and Levy.
Okay,
now,
well, we know that already.
Yeah, but no,
Conte,
what I'm hearing is...
Yeah, tell us.
Your Wi-Fi is going
Yeah, what I'm hearing that the meeting is there was a meeting before the match, and now there's another meeting after the match. Conte isn't happy. Levy isn't happy, and if Conte is gone tomorrow, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
I did say about the breaking news. There's Cody Mack. Breaking news. Spurs the crap. Listen, that breaking news came out years ago. Oh my God.
Listen, we've got more guests to bring in. Next, stepping up into the hot seat, the man himself. It's Ray, that Tottenham fan. How you doing, Ray?
I'm doing good. How about all you guys?
Good.
Shit.
Good to hear your voice.
Doing good.
Shit. Oh man, Levy's gonna sack him, isn't he? That bastard's gonna do it, isn't he?
I don't think he's going to sack. They're going to have a mutual agreement. They're going to call it a mutual agreement. Watch. But the thing is, I don't think so. I think Levy's position right now is he's going to turn around and say, listen, there's no point having Ryan Mason as an interim manager again. Can you imagine what will happen to the rest of the season if he becomes interim manager? Ryan Mason.
Kane's gone, man.
Kane will go.
I don't think he cares. He sacked Martin Yall at halftime. He sacked Redknapp. He sacked Pochettino. Like it's just a constant thing with this guy, man.
He's a piece of shit.
Well, look, we're going to get into Levy, but we've got one more guest to bring in. He lives so far away. He's from Australasia.
The land.
He's one of the best.
The land from down under.
He's one of the greatest. The man from down under. It's the one and only. He's got a fridge next to his computer. It's Shane.
Hey guys.
Hey Shane, how are you?
Hey Dietrich. Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
How are you, Shane?
Is that Dermot? Yeah, hey Dermot. Not too bad, mate.
Not too bad.
Danny Criato's got some breaking news. He bets money. He's willing to put money down, real money, that Conte is gone tomorrow. On my days. This thing is hotter than we think.
No, I'll make something clear.
This is...
Go on, Dietrich.
Sorry, this is why
go ahead.
I was saying we have to do this show tonight. I don't think people realise how big this story was.
Yeah.
But can I just say if... I'm sorry, so go ahead, Mr. Kimaba.
No, go ahead. Please do.
No, I'm just saying if, let's say tonight or tomorrow, it says breaking news, Conte is leaving, I swear I'll never... on my life this season watch a Spurs game. I'll not
this season.
Anything.
Just for this season though. You will be back.
No. Until Enoch leaves, I will not watch one Spurs game. I promise you that. I'll never watch one game. I'm done.
No.
I'm done. No, I'm done.
You know, guys, you know what, guys? When I was at the protest outside Hotspur Way, there was a lot of like regular people that were going by about their everyday business. And I managed to stop a few and talk to them as well. And they were telling me that they were deliberating whether or not to let go of their season tickets. And these people have been watching Spurs all their life. Their fathers have watched it. Their grandfathers have watched it. Their aunties and uncles and all the rest of it have been Spurs fans all their life. And they're now so sad that they have to let go of their season ticket. That means everything to them. And that was the mood and feeling. Now imagine how the mood and feeling is going to be right now. Look, Dietrich, for example, he's almost at the end of his tether. Shane's coming into the stream just to get it out. Ray's even popped in here as well. And you know, pleasure as always to have Dermot, but on a sad occasion.
I think what we need to do, because there's a lot of people in the comments. We've got 65 people, maybe more, watching the show. Make sure you smash the like, and we've got the panel on. Let's remind ourselves what happened after the game.
Tonight, and it's not only tonight, and in the last 5 games. I had a difficult tonight, and it's not only tonight. And in the last 5 games, we lost 4 games. And it means that we have to... will be assessment about the club, about me. And because I think that for me it's very frustrating to lose 4 games in the last 5 games. And... for sure, and the situation is this, and the situation speaks clear, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for the fans. I'm really sorry for, especially for the fans, because I think they don't deserve this. And when you lose 4 games in the last five games, it means that you have to make assessment. The club has to make assessment, also to speak together and to understand which is the best solution.
When you talk about that, do you feel a meeting with the players, with the management, with the ownership? What do you mean?
Yeah, but in this situation, and the players are always the same. In this club, change the coaches, but the players are the same. But the result doesn't change. And I repeat, I'm too honest to accept this type of situation, and for sure we'll make assessment with the club, because I repeat, and it's not right, it's not good, and for everybody to continue to lose, and I can't accept this, and it's not good for no one.
No good for no one.
Can I just take one part of that interview? It's when he said the team changes managers but keeps the same players. That just tells you everything.
Yeah.
The fact he's been here for 3 months, 2 months, about. The fact he realized that in about 4 months, I'm baffled. I'm actually baffled.
I think shocked and baffled.
So Dietrich, you're shocked not by what he said, but how long it's taken him to say that.
Yeah, exactly. If it's been 1 year, 2 years, I can understand it. But the fucking 4 months he said that's actually crazy. I've never seen a manager say that. In my lifetime, I never heard that.
But do you not think that he knows Mourinho said that, and by repeating the same thing, he's now creating a situation where the fans are now going to do what you've just done and mention that specific quote. So he's intelligently trying to create the narrative. It's not the managers, it's the players, it's the transfers, it's the backing, it's the board. So he wants you to say that, because if you're saying it, what do you think everyone else is saying? So he's deliberately doing that. That's why, because he knows there's problems now, and he probably knows I can't turn this around. This is beyond me. He needs to put it on the board. And it makes sense to use comments that have been used in the past so that fans, get behind him and not try and defend Daniel Levy, because some fans will use this as an excuse and say, look at him, he's defeatist, he's trying to walk out. Levy, this isn't his fault. But by saying what he did say, he's trying to push back on that.
I can understand that logic, but Mourinho tried, Nuno tried, and what happened? They all got fired at the end of the day.
You know what? I think Dietrich. I think you got an absolute valid point. I think what Stellis is pointing out is that Conte has always been very intelligent in the way that he says things. He always puts things out there for people to grab hold of without him necessarily being fully responsible for it. And he has put it out there. He's turned around and said, in between the statements of saying, I can't take this, he's turned around and had a little jibe here and there when it comes down to how the system is set up in Spurs. I mean, he's made it absolutely clear. The players come and go. The players don't go. The managers do. And then he goes, that's always the result. So I'm going to have an assessment. So this has been called in by the club, because when a manager performs this level, losing 4 out of 5 games on a run, right? Yeah, especially in a crucial time of the season as we are in right now, the heads roll. That's automatically, that happens everywhere in the Premier League. So this assessment has to happen now. Before he goes into the assessment, he's made a whole bunch of comments, which makes it extremely hard for someone to sack him and get away with it. So I think there's going to be a mutual understanding between the two. But maybe I'm wrong.
I can understand the logic, but at the end of the day, if you know the club are going to act the same way, they're not going to back you, but they're going to keep those shit players. Why the fuck would he stay? No, honestly, why?
Well, he's just said tonight, I need to have a meeting. Well, Dietrich, you're answering your own question.
Yeah.
He just said tonight, I'm going to have a meeting with the board about that.
Yeah, but let's say it's all mind games. Let's say hypothetical, it's all mind games. He's gonna.
I don't think this is mind games.
No, I don't.
I don't think this is mind games.
But let's say, for example, Paratici and Levy find a way to make him happy. Like tell him to wait until the summer, then we will show you the ambition. Let's say for all of that it was mind games, but they lied at the end of the day. What's the point?
But what if Dietrich, Daniel Levy has said, I will back you, but I need top 4. And Conte's thinking, this team can't get top 4, man.
You're saying 10, 11, 12. You're saying 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, but that's...
Listen, if there's anyone out there who thinks that we're going to get top 4 right, yeah, I'd like to have whatever you're having. Honest to God, I would.
Yeah,
in fact, I probably need it.
Yeah, but let's say...
We are not getting top 4. We are not getting top 4. Ever.
One minute. Let's go around the panel, and I want everyone to tell us, what do you think by the comments Antonio Conte's made, right? So let's go to Tantrum Gold, and then we'll go across Shane, Ray, and then Josh.
For me, I think Levy's broke all world records by breaking a manager within 4 months. I mean, this has to be the world record. He's broken Conte completely. Conte looks like a broken man. He's there. He is depressed. He needs Valium just to get him go. He needs a bit of Valium just to go into training in the morning because he knows he's training shit players.
It's not a broken manager, mate. We're a broken club.
I think other comments from everyone reflect that, because some of the comments are saying that what we're going to do, like we're depressed if next man walks or is sacked.
I've seen a lot over 42 years of following this club. I've seen a lot of good days, seen a lot of bad days. This is the worst I have ever seen following this club. If Conte walks, which I think he will walk,
fucked.
I don't blame him. I think this all falls down on Levy's door completely. I'll still back the team because I'm Tottenham till I die, and I never stop supporting Tottenham Hotspur because it's my club since the day I was born, be my club to the day I die. But I want Levy out, I want ENIC out, I want new ownership, and I want us fighting again, winning cups, going for trophies.
Tahir Khan has put a super chat. I'm going to come back to it a little bit later because right now we're just going through the panel, okay?
And it's
Tahir, thanks for the super chat.
Carry on. Sorry, Dermot.
Sorry, Dermot.
It's upsetting. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm fuming, and I just want Levy out of my club because he's broken the club, as Josh said. This club is broken top to bottom, left to right. It's split right down the bloody middle, and I've had enough. But if Conte goes, who do we get in? Where do we go?
We can come to in a minute.
There's only one man for the job, and his name is Mr. Neil Warnock.
There is the possibility.
We could be fighting relegation.
Josh, thanks for coming on the show. Have a good night, and see you later.
Sorry, we should be asking Shane the same question, more or less. Shane,
what's your thoughts on the comments that Antonio Conte made this evening?
Well, I had a bit of a rant on Murray's Love Lounge earlier, so now I'm just a little bit dismayed, a little bit. I can't see it going good, and I only see it as turning bad. I think that. He'll walk because Levy has said on multiple occasions he's going to step back from the football side of it, and he hasn't. His fingers are in everything, so I think Conte's had enough, and he's, as he said in the post-match interview, that the players are the same and it's a different manager.
Yeah.
We can't blame the manager because of the players that have been around under 4 or 5 different managers. We can't, you know, I blame the players because, you know, 2/3 of them are shithouse. When Bentancur come off and Winks come on, I'd noticed that, you know, we were passing more backwards, we were backtracking on ground, we were giving up space. With Bentancur there, he was cutting it. He was in my pocket a lot, and he was making runs. It's depressing. That's what it is. It's depressing. I had to be a Spurs fan, and Tottenham till I die is right, or Tottenham till they kill me.
Pretty much, that's what they're doing right now with us. You know.
So Dermot's low, Shane's low. What about Ray? Ray, how are you feeling? In fact, Ray, let me ask you, why has Antonio Conte waited until now to say this? Why didn't he do it straight after the transfer window?
Like you said earlier, I feel like he's been silenced to a point until now. He's like, today he said he's going to be honest. He's going to be completely honest with us. This club it's run bad. The players, we were blinded by these 2 signings. I mean, most of us on this panel weren't, but the fan base as a whole, we were blinded by these 2 signings. Now we know that it's obviously not enough. We still need a right wing back. We still need a midfielder, and he's just expressing that this board is delusional if you think that these same players have been under, 4 managers now? Yeah. 4? 5? And expect different results. Yeah. You expect different results. In each manager, except Ryan Mason, because he's a dang Levy puppet anyway, has said the exact same thing. We need a refresh. We need a cleaning. But when it's time to do that, Daniel Levy is shown, I'm just going to get rid of you and find someone else that's going to do it. But that's what he believes. But it just doesn't work that way. So I feel like his comments are just trying to.
Right. I think we have had a bit of a refresh. We brought in 9 players under Mourinho. We brought in 5 players under Nuno. The problem is, it's not been a proper refresh. It's been a shit budget, not the players the manager wants refresh.
Yeah, it's like our managers. Hey, I want this bread or I want this item from Sam's Club, but Levy's like, all right, I'm gonna take you to Dollar General. You know what I mean? It's not. He expects. All right, I'm gonna spend 10 mil, 15 mil on this player, and just expect him to play like a $100 million signing. It's just. And I'm not saying that you have to go out and splash $100 million on a single player. Recruitment or scouting is just terrible. And it's just this. Oh man, it's close. We lost to Burnley. Oh my god.
Look, I think finally. Listen, guys, the cat is finally out of the bag. When he went to that Italian news outlet and made that interview, he was spitting out the truth. They'd done a PR stunt to make it look like he's something else. But he's more or less said the same thing, which is basically, look, the players are all there. They're still going to be there. They're still going to get paid. They're not ashamed to take the money. But I'm a man of integrity. I can't take this. I don't want to take the money. I find it embarrassing. There's going to be an assessment. So I think there's been 2 stories being told. He's been trying to tell everyone the truth. Jose has been trying to tell everyone the truth. I think when Poch first tried to tell everyone the truth, there wasn't that many people listening. But now, slowly, bit by bit, all these managers, they're finally starting to have their say. There will be a post-mortem on this. And unfortunately, it's going to raise more questions than answers because this club is never being transparent, never answers anything that you want to know, and always makes you feel confused as to what the hell you're thinking because they'll come out with something totally different. And, that to be expected. But we've got 2 more people that we'd like to bring in right now. Marcelo.
Before
Samba soldier.
Mr. K, before we bring them in, very quickly, we've almost got 100 people watching the show. Please hit the like button, guys, and make sure you follow the channel. Super chat from Crocodox. Thanks for the super chat. Not to try and depress anyone further, but it's 2022 and Aaron Lennon walks into our team. That is a fucking shambles.
You know what? We actually need someone like Aaron on the right wing.
How old is he? 40 years old? Must be about 40 years old.
You know what I'd like to do? Sal, if you don't mind, what I'd like to do right here is I'd like to come back to this comment over here from Tahir Khan with his super chat saying, would you guys want Poch back if Conte leaves? I'd like to put that to Marcelo.
Wait, Josh is next. No, Josh is next.
Sorry.
You were going to ask me. You were going to ask me about my opinion on what's happening, right?
I know, Mr. Really?
Go on. Conte walks tomorrow, right? I've got it on very good knowledge, right, that the board are meeting with Conte tomorrow at Conte's request, right? So this whole...
Listen, what is this bullshit good knowledge, man? Everyone does that on good knowledge. What good knowledge? I want to know who the source is.
You want to know who the source is? It's someone that I know that works in the coaching team of the under-23s, who were in charge of Brandon Austin, who was ultimately on the bench today. There we go. Right?
Yeah.
So, the knowledge that I've got is that Conte has requested a meeting with the ball tomorrow and that he is going to walk. Right? Think about it logistically. He has lost 4 out of the last 5 games. His reputation is starting to be tarnished. Simply because he wasn't backed in January. Now, it's all well and good saying that, it's hard to do a whole rebuild in January, but 2 players in positions that we didn't necessarily need as a point of urgency says everything you need to know. The urgency that we needed, a second striker and a right wing back. Neither one was filled. We got a defensive midfielder who, if we have all the faith in Højbjerg like everyone on this fan base seems to have, then there shouldn't be. And yeah, go to Marcel. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Right, I don't like it when Marcelo's calm because it means he's about to fucking let rip. So,
I want to put that comment back for him.
The calm before the storm.
I'm just
Bring it on, bro.
I'm just eating my chips and just saying out. I honestly, I don't even know what to say, man. Honestly, like.
Do you think that maybe some silver lining?
Honestly, I'm not mad. Not even like. Well, I am mad. I am mad. But like, I'm kind of numb. Like, if he walks, I'm gonna become numb. I will not watch Spurs until ENIC leaves. Like, on God, I will not watch Tottenham until ENIC leaves. If he leaves, of course, I'll still come to the fan show. I'll ask you guys how the game went. I'll ask you about the result, who's looking good. But I will not watch Tottenham if he walks until ENIC leaves.
Marcelo, let me ask you the question, right? We're going to go to the super chat. Big up to here, Con. So let's say Conte leaves. Who do you want?
I'm going to tell myself.
As manager?
No, I'm not going to do that. But no, what I want, man, honestly, I don't care. Does it really matter? ENIC is here, bro.
I think it'll be Ryan Mason.
Like honestly, like people will say, "Oh, that's negative, Marcelo." You know, obviously we're gonna need another manager, but like, is that negative? Does it matter who we're gonna get? I mean, like really, Stout, does it really matter? Like, people can all well say, "Oh, bring Pochettino back," right? Is that really gonna matter? Is he gonna really get the rebuild that he needs?
I'll be honest with you. I'm just keeping it cool because I'm trying to run Will's show for him tonight. Personally, I said on Mari's show, if he leaves, I'm picking up Brian Daigle. I'm driving down to Tottenham. I'm going to fucking blow up the stadium. I'll go to fucking jail. I couldn't give a shit. If Conte leaves, we are in, it's game over, man. Kane, gone. Son, gone. Romero's not going to hang about. No manager's going to want to touch this club. There's no credibility left. The owners have destroyed any credibility they have. We can't even get Graham Potter, man. He said no. You know, you're right. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter.
Can I just do something quick? Can you guys hear me well as shit?
Dietrich, turn the mic volume down a bit, bro.
Can you hear me? It's better?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's really good. That's clear. Nice.
Can I just say to the people that want Poch back, why the fuck would you want a guy that never won us a trophy? What did he do? Why would you bring someone that never won us something?
But you know, you can say the same thing about Kane as well. World class as he is, he's never won anything.
No. My thing is, Dietrich, it's not about that, because Poch should have won something.
But he
was
didn't.
let down. But he was let down by the board, right? Let's be honest.
He's
So that's what I
struggling
mean.
with PSG. He's struggling
He's
with
not.
PSG.
He's gonna win the league with PSG. He's gonna probably make it to the quarterfinals with PSG. This whole idea that he's struggling with PSG is completely false. He's been unbeaten in like his last 14 games.
But I'm telling you, he's going to lose Champions League. And he's going to get
He's gonna be in the quarterfinals. Depending on who he gets, he can make semis, and you never know.
He is going to win the league. They're well ahead on the
He's
the
gonna
league
win the
table.
league. So like, what he's doing at PSG is nothing what other managers aren't doing. So like, this whole idea is like, oh, he's struggling at PSG. I don't know. My idea is why I don't want Poch back, or anybody honestly other than Conte, is just if he walks, like it's like what Stel said. We lose all credibility. We're done.
Ultimately, you don't. Well, this is the thing, right? Levy has set Conte up to fail. Obviously, Conte would have come in when we appointed him on some sort of reassurances that, or quote unquote, gentleman's agreement, that there would have been a war chest available for him in January and the summer.
By the way, didn't you say that, Josh? I remember you said that. You're the one that said that.
What?
No, you believe that they will back him. I remember you were saying every time.
Who didn't? Who didn't believe that he'd get backed?
I never said that because I knew it will not happen. I
personally believe that this was a turning point for Levy, but ultimately I've been proven wrong.
Yeah, once again, like almost 20 years. So don't be.
It's exactly this is exactly what I'm saying. It's the same 20 years of bullshit, right? I've been a Spurs fan for 28 years, and in those years, in that time, we won 2 League Cups, one of which I can't remember because I was simply too young to understand. Right? What else have we done in 21 years under Enoch? What else have we done apart from, buy players on the cheap and sell them for a huge profit like Gareth Bale?
Build a nice stadium.
Build a nice stadium. Yeah, build a nice new golf course and a brand new cinema and a new multi-complex apartment block. Yeah, fantastic. You know what I mean? That this is the problem with the board, right? Ultimately, a fish rots from the head down, and at the top. Go on, what?
Right, you're going in on Levy and the board, and the rot is from the top down. I'm going to disagree.
It does.
Okay.
You always will. You always will.
No, you haven't heard what I'm going to say, right? I used to think that. Until right. I think it's the other way around. I think the problem starts with the fans, because you went to the protest in January. I went to the protest. There was 15 of us. I went to the protest with the ESL. There was 50 of us. I went to the protest before the ESL. Mate, the fans accept this shit.
Don't want change.
If Conte walks tomorrow, Josh, do you think the fans will stand up to Daniel Levy and the next home game we fucking take it to him? Or do you think the fans?
Well, if they don't, I am 100% done with this fucking club.
Same thing here. Same thing.
I'm sorry. I've already said, if Conte walks, I will go and support Woodford Town until Levy and Enoch are out of my club.
I'll support Arsenal.
That's not my question, guys. That's not my question. My question.
Language, boys. Language.
That's not my question. My question is.
Yeah, you mentioned Arsenal. What's your language, Dietrich?
At what point do we stop blaming the board and start pointing the finger at the fans?
Yep.
If the fans do not protest in their numbers after Conte walks, not sacked, if he walks and the fans don't protest, then ultimately nothing's ever going to change.
Josh, don't say if the fans don't protest. Just say the fans will not protest.
They won't.
Because just look.
Fans will not protest.
Just look at the Spurs web, what they did to Stelios. He promoted every time the protest and they blocked him.
Yeah.
That's what you get with these fans. And there's
That's because you've got too many people that agree with the narrative that Levy and Enoch and Joe Lewis aren't they're not the problem and they are the way forward. They're not the fucking way forward at all. I'm sorry for getting emotional. I'm sorry for swearing, but I'm sick and tired to the back teeth of people defending this chairman that we've got who who only cares about this guy's got deep pockets and short arms. This guy does not care about this club. He cares about the assets. That's everything it has always been about. Yeah, he's bought a brand new £1 billion stadium. Asset. He's bought a brand new cinema. Asset. He's bought a brand new golf course. Asset. Houses. Asset. What the fuck has he done for the squad?
I agree. The fans keep buying the new shirt. They keep buying the new jersey. They keep buying the food and drink in the stadium. It's all good and well. Listen, I've been blaming Levy for 10 years. That's how Brian Dave and I, 10 years ago, we started this. Now, I've stopped blaming Levy. It's the fans. When I turn against Last Word on Spurs, when I turn against Expressions, when I turn against Chris Cowan, when I turn against Spurs Web, and I call them all out, and I say to them, I don't mean to say turn against. What I mean to say is when I call them out and say, why don't you talk about protesting? Why do you keep blaming the managers, the players, the ball? Why aren't you doing anything about it? They have a
because they're all sponsored and they all need to remain. They have to remain neutral for public figure. Fuck off.
So they're the problem, Josh. They're the problem.
And one more problem. Like I just had this big debate on one of the group chats on WhatsApp. You see, with this fan base that pisses me off even more. Some of them are happy with Enoch. Some of them are happy. Oh, we have a good chairman that doesn't violate human rights. And then they don't want an oil money owner like Abramovich. Wait. So if you don't want someone that's gonna pump up cash and buy the best of the place, and so enjoy what you have. That's what you get. You get shit.
I do not want an oil money tycoon.
I'm not saying
anti-human rights owner.
I'm not saying anti-human rights. I'm just saying in general, if you're happy with this idiot that we have, then just enjoy it. Because
there is no billionaire owner with the kind of money that can afford Tottenham and to put money to his club that is a legit, straight up kind of guy. No fucking way.
So enjoy.
Elon Musk.
You don't think
even the owners with the billionaires right now?
Whoa, hold on a second. Did you say Elon Musk or
Bro,
no?
His background is not clean. His background
is not clean.
Exactly.
Same as people say Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos makes money off child slavery, man.
Exactly.
Like in India. Like,
exactly. So that's why that pisses me off when they use the word Arab or oil money. Every piece of shit that's rich on this planet does everything illegal. So now,
okay. So what about if we got a consortium that consisted of Adele, John Cena, Adam Richmond?
Come on, Josh. Look.
Look. My thoughts on it. Right. I tweeted this out. I don't think he's gonna walk. I know this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I don't think he's gonna walk. I think this is just Conte being Conte. I think if anybody knows Conte, they've seen him at Enter in his first season where he didn't win the league. He was saying a lot of the similar things. He was very upset. He's a very bipolar manager. He's a very bipolar. Like if you see when we lose, he looks like the lowest of the low. He looks like he's about to cry a lot of times. But then when we win, he looks like a happy child. Like he's saying, "Oh, this is the greatest group of players I played with. I love this club and everything." And then when we lose, it's I hate this club. I don't know. Fuck it. Like we suck. He's a very bipolar manager. I would say, before we make any assumptions, I know Josh says he has his plug. I don't believe it, but no, I just don't believe it.
Marcelo,
he's a very
right.
Okay, hold on. I'm not finished. He's a very bipolar manager. What I say is, give it until the Leafs game, until tomorrow, and until wait until the pre-match press conference. If his mood has not changed, and he's still saying these comments, then we have to worry about it. But I think he was just emotional, and he said something that he probably just, he just said. Sometimes we say things when we're emotional, and I think a big telling why he's not going to leave because Talk Sports asked him if he was going to walk, and he looked offended, and he didn't even answer the question, and he up and left because he thought the question was ridiculous. Well, so guys, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to leave.
let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down. Let's go for what was said, right?
Can I just make a mention? Please, people in the chats, be respectful. Don't be racist or offensive in the chat. Please keep race out of it.
Got Aaron. Sorry, no. Shane, can you put in the private chat the name of those people doing it, and we'll block them because we've probably missed it.
No, listen, it wasn't so much a racist comment as such. They were just bringing the racism element into the conversation, and as much as we live in a society which is systemically racist, as individual people, we're all quite decent, upstanding people. So I think that's basically what Shane is basically saying, is that, let's keep this within the boundaries of things that we can actually deal with, that are within the realm of football and Spurs itself, rather than the greater, wider issue of social, reform that's required and leadership required by Boris and so on. Let's leave those political elements out of it. There's many reasons as to why things happen and don't happen. We can't always, we can't say anyone's individually racist making those decisions. We can say that there is systemic racism that exists, including inside football. So I think we should just leave it there for the time being and just move on to the comments that Antonio Conte has done here. The players are always the same. The club changes the coaches. The players are the same, but the result doesn't change. I'm too honest to accept this situation.
Let's read the next one as well, Mr. K.
Right.
Where have we had that?
He goes, exactly. Antonio Conte says, in the last 5 games, we lost 4. That is the reality. No one deserves this type of situation, but this is reality. I came to try and improve the situation. Maybe in this moment, I am not so good to improve the situation. I am too honest to close my eyes to say, okay.
Mari, what's your thoughts on that,
Mari? Welcome to the stream, Mari.
Hey, had my dinner and kind of meditated or reflect on what has been said by Conte and just look at the whole picture. What he's saying, I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth. But sometimes, you want to be in a position to tell that truth in other circumstances. So I think that's what people are separating. It's the wrong time. It's the wrong timing. Those who may lean Levy in, but they know from the heart of heart, they know what he said tonight is true. Is definitely true. And the thing is, we all know what is the same ingredients. It's the players, it's the chairman, and I know I caught the back half of blaming the fans, and I like to put the fans on top, because if you enable someone to do it, you're accepting it. And so I look at these comments. This is a guy. The week he got hired, look at clips of Antonio Conte. Right, this is where the research team at Tottenham, right, the recruiting team, had to do their homework. The guy says, "I hate losing. I hate it. Drives me crazy." Now everybody's calling him bipolar. We mentioned that on my show. You see all Twitter. What's wrong with this guy? The guy hates losing. His life, all he knows is winning. I'm not singing the rap song. All I do is win, win, win. But that's Conte's mentality. From Juventus as a player to a coach, every stop that he's gone, we broke him by breaking his record of consecutive losses. So for him, like any other human, he's at a mental breakdown because he's not used to this. He is not used to this. And maybe Marcel's right. Tomorrow, cooler heads prevail. He talks to the board.
Yeah.
The head board. Hey, I'm sorry, but you have to understand, I'm not used to this. When people are not used to something, it's hard to adjust.
But Mari,
but I'm also he's unpredictable, meaning that he could leave tomorrow, and I'm to a point of I won't be shocked. Whatever happens tomorrow happens. But all I know is this is a man who is not used to losing. He is not used to no ambition. This
But,
is not of his nature.
Maury, he has to get used to at Tottenham. We always lose.
Yeah. It is. Maybe he saw Kane, he saw Sonny. He said, I could work with that if they're willing to work with me. But as you can see, he said we took out 4 numbers, we brought in 2. He saw Betancourt go down, and it's like, shit, I gotta have to deal with Winks and Højbjerg because Skip is not there. What professional club in all of Europe has put themselves in a situation that thin? What club don't have a backup striker? What club?
Crystal Palace has 3 strikers, and you know what? Mari, I'm sorry I had to interject there because you made a great point. Honestly, like you see other clubs, they all have backup strikers, and this whole idea that we can't get a backup striker because they don't want to play second fiddle to Kane, absolute bullshit. We've seen it many times. Top clubs with top strikers have backup strikers. PSG have backup striker, and Mbappe practically starts every day. If you're willing to pay the guy a good salary to sit on the bench and play and rotate, and tell him that you will rotate with other players once in a while, he's more than happy to. We could have gone Weghorst, who looked great tonight for 12 million. We just don't do it because we don't want to pay the wages. We don't want to pay the money. We rely on Kane and Son to get us results time and time again. And you know what? It's coming to a point where we were lucky that we had Llorente for a little bit, but
Marcelo, sorry, 1 minute. No, I'm going to let you finish. It's just Dermot has to go. Dermot, do you want to say goodbye and plug your channel quickly? Then I'll go back to Marcelo.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, you can find me at Tottenham Tantra Gold. We're not on tomorrow, but we're on Friday. We're doing the Bill Nick special Friday night at 9:00. We're trying to get a special guest on. I'm not sure if he can come on or not. But be me, Ben, and Arthur, and you can catch me and Ben every morning, 11:30 from his coffee shop, talking everything Tottenham. So that's where you can get me in Tantrum Gold. And please, everyone, like and subscribe this channel and every other Spurs person has a channel on this panel as well. Please like and subscribe to our channels as well because you all deserve it. So big up, guys, and thanks for having me on.
Much love.
Big up,
apart from
big up,
Detrix, apart from Detrix, fuck Detrix, man.
Let's let Marcelo finish what he was saying. Sorry, Marcelo.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Look, if Conte walks, I will never stop supporting Spurs. Look, I've had a chance to support any club I wanted to as a foreign fan, right? My grandfather, who was Italian, he's from Tolomas, which is near Milan, right? I could have been a Milan fan if I wanted to. I supported Tottenham because I love it, but I'm not gonna lie. They have to back. I think for me, it's the summer. They have to back him this summer because if Conte does end up walking, as much as I love this club, and truly I really do love this club, I could never follow another club. My love for football in general will be gone because if I don't love Tottenham, I don't love football anymore. And
I hate Tottenham.
And honestly, it's coming to a point where, in all my life supporting this club, it's becoming very hard, man. And it's not because we're shit, because I've seen us when we're shit, right? Stella, you've seen us when we're shit, right? It's toxic. It's not just we're bad, it's toxic.
It's always shit.
Like we're used, like as Spurs fans, we're used to shit, man. We're used to disappointed. I'm used to losing semifinals. I'm used to like bottling games against Burnley. I'm used to this, bro. It's not the result. It's everything around the result. It's everything around of us as a club right now. And honestly, if Conte does walk, I would have to take a break from football just for my mental health because I don't think I could deal with it, man. I don't think I could deal.
Could you maybe take up a full-time position in trolling all those Levy lovers?
No, honestly, I couldn't. Like, I would have to take a break from Spurs. I would have to take a break from football because, man,
hold on.
out of love with it.
So Marcelo says that we should wait until this summer to see if he's backed or not. However, Dan Kilpatrick...
No. I never said that. I said for me. He's not gonna walk. It's make it or break it. this summer.
Okay,
I think if we don't back him this summer, he's going to walk, which I don't think we will.
What the problem with this summer is Dan Kilpatrick, famous journalist, has come out. Shane, I want you to come in on this because you haven't spoken for a bit. Dan Kilpatrick has come out and said, in a dramatic post-match press conference, Conte questioned whether he's the right man for the Spurs job. Maybe I'm not so good, and suggested he would need to speak to the club about the situation. What does he mean by the situation, Shane?
Well, I think that's totally to do with the players, and he can train them to the best of his ability, but sort of thing, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Well, you can lead Spurs players to the ground, but you can't make them play soccer or football. I think Conte is the man. Is the right man for the job. I just don't think he's got the tools in the kit to do the job, so to speak.
So you think when he's talking about the situation, he's talking about the players, not his situation as manager.
I think it's a bit of both, because goddamn, I'm frustrated with the players, and I'm only a fan. I can just imagine what he's feeling, being on the sideline and trying to coach these players.
Because 2 weeks ago,
it's frustrating.
Because 2 weeks ago, he said the vision was to buy young prospects for the future, and only now I understand this vision. That's what he said.
Yeah, and that's part of the situation too. We all know he likes ready-made players, and he's got two really good ready-made players in Kulu and Lolo, or Bentancur. Lolo is his nickname. He's got two ready-made players there, but three-quarters of our team is shit.
It's true. Josh.
Straight up, Winks come on today, and I think the first three passes Winks did was backwards. There was no forward momentum. There was nobody running into spaces. Kane was dropping so far, so deep today that he was in the bloody centre-back line because he was back there trying to pick up a ball. I expected to lose this game because of the City game. Yeah, we won against City, but it's so Spursy of us that we lose against somebody like Burnley. And it just happened. We did lose against Burnley. And now all this Conte stuff's come out. I think it's just a frustration and anger. And Levy saying that he's going to take a step back from footballing decisions and let Paratici and Levy run the show. And Levy's grubby little fingers are in it all the time. He just can't help himself.
So, Shane, you say this is all frustration, but, and I want to bring Shane and Dietrich's in there. Not Shane, beg your pardon. I want to bring in Dietrich's and Josh. Sky Sports says Antonio Conte says the club will now have to make an assessment about his future. So, from
that's true. That's exactly what he said.
It's shit journalism. That's what it is. Because that's not what he said.
It's like mixed messages. One group is saying the club, one says Conte, and so
that's what I mean, guys. I don't think he's gonna walk. Everybody's saying different things. Everybody's saying I just think this was an emotional message from Conte. Everybody, when you got journalists all saying different things and all making assumptions from different things, it's Tottenham. When it's negative, media likes to make it worse for us, right? How many times have we seen this happen, right? As soon as we lose a game, remember how many years Sky Sports tried to make Harry Kane come to Man United? or or to Man City. Like it's Sky Sports. They always report rubbish. They always report shit.
But Marcelo, the thing is, right? Yeah, is that you have to agree that the way Conte does his press conferences, he does mix it up a little bit, where he does throw things in that can be viewed in a different way. And if a news organization like Sky, they're going to want the negative, right?
They're going to want the negative, yeah, because
they're going to pick up on the negative.
Yeah, they're going to pick up the negative. They're going to spin their own story and say, "Oh, we got news." Conte. Remember Matt Dela? He was saying, "Oh, Conte could walk."
That's journalism, folks. That's what journalists are made to do.
Yeah,
that's what they're paid for.
But don't listen to it unless Alistair Gold or Fabrizio Romano says it.
They are
journalists. Not believe it. No, but
Alistair Gold is a journalist first, Spurs fan second.
But
Romano is a journalist first.
Okay, Josh.
Source second.
Okay, Josh. But they often speak the truth. They're often very credible sources.
Do you know why? Do you know why Alistair Gold often gets it right? Do you want to know why he gets it right? Because he spends 4/5 of his time in the Spurs training ground. He is the Tottenham Hotspur correspondent for Football.London. That's his job.
Yeah, so if he reports it, then we're in serious shit. But he hasn't reported anything like this.
What's Alistair Gold's tweet tonight? Does anyone know what Alistair Gold's tweet?
Like if he tweeted something out, then you know it's true.
I'm gonna check now.
Hold on. You check to see whether or not Alistair's on holiday. Because if he is, then this stuff is real. Whenever something happens, he's on holiday.
He's not on holiday.
Look at Ali Gold's. Basically says every word on an emotional Antonio Conte just says to us maybe not being good enough to change Spurs, why he needs to speak to the club, and why there's something wrong. Yeah, Gold is not going to kind of jump to conclusions, but
they are playing down the fact that Conte could walk tomorrow.
No. Yeah. Because he is not gonna. Because Gold doesn't make assumptions unless he has a confirmed source that Conte is gonna walk. He won't say it, right? So as of now, there is no confirmation that he's gonna walk.
You guys, can we stop being fickle? Can we stop being fickle and just come to the conclusion that there is a high possibility that tomorrow Conte could walk? Following his comments,
I think
as it says in black and white that he needs to talk to the board. There is only one reason why a manager would want to talk to a board straight after a transfer window, and it's because he isn't happy.
I think you accepting all the negativity and all this.
I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic.
Unless I think you accepting all this negativity that the media is spreading makes you fickle, not me, buddy.
I am
waiting until the real sources. Okay. The real journalist.
Is this not good? Is this not true either? Okay, Sam Matterface from
I disagree.
Talksport.
Listen,
let me read this out, Marcelo. Let me read this out. Okay. Sam Matterface from Talksport. He said, and it was live on radio tonight after the match. I've just spoken to Conte. He's indicated that his tenure as manager may be coming to an end. I asked him if he was thinking about resignation. He said he needed to speak to the club.
Sam Matterface is a journalist who is trusted on TalkSport. There's your source there, Marcelo. He has said it.
No, he walked away. When he asked him that, he walked away. Conte didn't really answer.
No, he didn't walk away. He said he
walked away.
No, he said when the question was put to Conte, is he thinking about resignation? Conte's response was he needs to speak to the club.
Yeah. That might be a money situation where you got mutual.
But it could be a money situation.
Termination.
It could be anything. That does not mean he's gonna walk.
The only thing I will say is Sam Matterface is a gooner. Sam Matterface is a gooner as well. Just so everyone knows.
Yeah, and also there's a lot. And also, you're listening to TalkSport, man. They have a high anti-Tottenham agenda. Come on now. Let's be real here.
Are you joking? They've got a high anti-Tottenham agenda. One of their main one of their main reporters is Jamie O'Hara.
1 minute, guys. 1 second. I'm getting journalism from London.Tottenham, from TalkSport, from Sky. I'm trying to pull it from everywhere, so it's not biased, right? You know me. I can't stand journalists, but I'm just chucking it out there to see what you guys think. I mean, I don't know.
Right, still, you've got our opinions. What do you personally think? Reading what you said, what do you now personally think Conte's going to do?
I don't think he's going to walk.
Listen, I don't know what he's going to do, man. Because listen, I don't know what he's going to do because I don't know Conte. What I do know is this: I think there's more chance of Levy firing him than Conte walking. Levy doesn't like this negative publicity. It's not good for the image of the club, for the NFL.
But then surely, if he sacks, if he sacks,
2 weeks of toxic interviews, lost in translation. Now tonight, the number one talking point in the UK in sports is Conte right now. It's trending everywhere. All the channels, media, radio, publications, they're all going nuts with it. WhatsApp groups are blowing up with it, okay? Levy doesn't want this shit. So that chat tonight or tomorrow, whenever it is, it's going to be partly Levy, I think, is going to tell Conte to tone it down. And Conte's going to say, I'm honest, I can't do it. You hide me. If you don't know what I'm like, that's on you. And one of them's going to have to budge. One of them's going to have to change their ways. And I tell you now, Levy don't change for fucking no one. And Conte don't change for fucking no one. So personally, I think this all ends.
Mutual termination of his contract.
I think Conte will be gone personally. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Marcelo's right on this. I hope he's got it spot on.
I personally look, guys. I think they both need each other. The board needs Conte to stay so that he can stay face.
Conte doesn't need Spurs. Conte doesn't need Spurs.
Conte needs something to redeem him from the terrible mistake he made of actually walking into the club. He needs something of a success before he walks away.
No. He doesn't. Just look at his CV. Just look at your CV.
Mr. K.
Mr. K. That's one of your moments. You just had a moment.
Look. Saying yes, Conte does not need Spurs, but if he walks out of the club, it is not good for his reputation.
Why? Oh no! Wait!
No.
True.
No. Hold on.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
Can I
Let me explain. A lot of clubs
Dietrich's next.
don't hire Marcelo Bielsa for a reason because he is known to walking out of clubs. Managers who walk out of clubs are often not hired by bigger clubs. There's a reason why Real Madrid didn't want to hire Conte because of his often attitude, right? His attitude has actually cost him some jobs. If he walks out of Tottenham, a lot of other bigger clubs who maybe are looking to rebuild, who are looking for some time and patience, like Man United, they might not go for Conte because of that.
They view him as a weak, They view him as a weak person.
No, can I?
They didn't do Dietrich's next to Murray. Dietrich's the Murray. I did promise Dietrich's.
That's Mad Muller in the corner, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
Mad Muller, I'll come to you after Murray, okay? So Dietrich's, Murray, then Mad Muller.
Yeah. Okay, but you said it's going to be a bad image on Conte if he leaves Tottenham. That's what you said, right?
No, it's going to hurt his reputation.
Yeah, it's going to hurt his reputation. What the fuck did he do with Inter? He won a title and he walked away. What's the difference? He doesn't care. He legit doesn't care. His reputation
and
because
his CV, he's
but because he walked away, that's why he was denied the Real Madrid job.
Yeah, but
that was available in the summer. So if he walks after 4 months, right, which is even worse. No, hold on. He walks after 4 months after taking the job that he knew was going to be difficult. If he walks after 4 months, he will never get a difficult job like Man United. I guarantee you that. The board will not get him.
I promise you, this guy always has a plan.
No, you always have you'll have a job, but you won't get the biggest job he could get.
No, he will go to PSG. Watch, he will go to this club.
PSG won't get him.
What if it's mutual agreement, guys? If it's mutual agreement, he hasn't walked.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
then he still gets his severance payment.
Marcelo, let me help you here. Let me help you. You walk
Madmula, 1 minute. No, Mari's next. No, Mari's next. Madmula, no.
I'm gonna go next. Any club that wants to win and they'll do their research, because even non-Spurs fans knows, great hire by Tottenham, but you guys will back him. Those clubs know he walked because he wasn't backed. It wasn't backed. And maybe Real Madrid may be the only club because they have another big ego, Florentino Perez. It's like, I don't want to deal with Conte, and Conte's like, I don't want to deal with you. And Conte said, okay, I'll deal with Daniel Levy, but now he's learned, like everybody's learned, it's difficult to work with Daniel Levy. But any other club, they're going to see he left because, like everybody else knows, Spurs fans or non-Spurs fans, that it's extremely hard to work with someone that doesn't back you. Levy didn't back him. So I don't.
No, but that's not. No, Mari. That's not how clubs work. What a lot of times they'll see is that if for example, they, you know how transfers is. I mean, look at United. They spend a lot of money, but they get it wrong in the market time and time again. They know if they get it wrong with this guy, he will just walk. And no club who is looking to build a team with a lot of money wants someone that's so willing to walk. It will hurt his reputation. You'll still get a job, don't get me wrong, but you won't get as big as a job. It will still hurt his reputation if he walks.
All right, let me bring in Mad Mullah. Mad Mullah, have your say, brother.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I agree with Marcelo. I agree with Marcelo 100%. It will hurt his reputation. The comparison you brought, the guy that had a Kane picture about Inter Milan. Well, he left Inter Milan with the Serie A title. He left them in a good standing. He didn't leave them in the middle of a shit. Like if he leaves Tottenham today in the middle of the shit, in the middle of this situation, that says something about him. That says that he's weak. He cannot take responsibility. You have to face the problems face to face until the end, until maybe Levy fires you, or by the end of the season.
What if he was lied to?
Well, man.
Well, he didn't even get a to be fair, he didn't even get a summer transfer window. Now, if he got a summer transfer window and he wasn't backed and he said, "All right, fuck you, you broke your promise, I'm walking," right? I think other clubs would maybe see that as acceptable. But if he walks in the middle of this situation,
what if the promise was broken in January?
No, look, no club rebuilds in January. Not even
Real
Madrid.
Rebuild.
No
club.
No club.
Positions he wanted, like a right back, a second striker. That's not a rebuild.
No club rebuilds in January. No club.
That's not true. No, that's not true. Villa backed their own manager.
Who's talking about a rebuild? I'm just talking about buying 2 or 3 players for the positions he needed. Right back, striker,
if he waits.
What guarantees was he given?
If he waits until the summer and then he wasn't backed, then I would agree with you. It wouldn't hurt his reputation. But if he walks now, I'm with
but what if he was lied to in January?
It would show he has a temper. It would show he has a temper, and he's very hard to work with, which a lot of big clubs do not like.
Just to touch on what Mad Muller said, Mad Muller said that he left Inter in a good standing. No, he didn't. He left Inter because they refused to keep Lukaku because they needed to raise funds and he wasn't happy, and then he left.
No, but they're still in good standing though.
No, financially they're not, because they've had to sell one of their best players in order to get back on track.
That's not his job. Financially,
but exactly.
No, but
he wanted to be back.
But Josh, they're still challenging for the title.
They won the Serie A. But let me say something. Let me say quick something. He, like Marcelo said, he's very passionate, and when you guys beat Manchester City, which I was so happy to see Pep cry to his staff on the 3rd goal. That's what he wanted from Spurs players, is that consistency. He was talking about consistency, which is the big part of why he's frustrated with the players. I don't think he's frustrated with Levy. More he's frustrated with because if I'm reading his statements right now, he's mentioning players. He's like, I'm trying to improve players.
And I got a question for you, Matt, after you finish.
Who buys the players, Manuela?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I got a question for him. I want to finish his point.
So if you put 2 lines under the word improve players, he's not happy with his players. He's looking at the players not performing consistently the way he wants them. One day they're hot, the other day they're cold. One day they're hot, they're cold. Hot, cold. So he's
sitting there talking about consistency. The only thing consistent about Spurs is our inconsistency.
Look, I'm gonna ask you, Manmola. You're a Chelsea fan, right? So you know Conte. You've seen 2 years of him. He's a bipolar manager, isn't he? Like
yes, and
he's very bipolar.
He wants passionate players. He wants monsters, criminals. He wants He wants those players that really want to beat the other teams by any means necessary. If he sees players like, playing a little bit cold, not passionate, not tackling, not doing something, he
Emerson, Davies.
Well, not like
exactly like that.
But he wants those. Why he's frustrated about
he doesn't want them. He doesn't want those players. Come on, man. He doesn't want Emerson. He doesn't want Doherty. He doesn't want Winks. Come on, man.
I never seen a Brazilian that's shit at football like Emerson.
Guys, is there any possibility that he might get sacked tomorrow?
No.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised.
As Kovac rightly said in a comment, right?
If he's sacked, the fans will turn against Levy. If he's sacked.
Still, don't. No.
Right, Kovac made a valid comment, right? Just now. Is it really going to harm Conte's reputation if he walks away? Because theoretically, we are a laughing stock. No, we're a laughing stock of a club.
No, it would.
Do you know what?
His reputation could be harmed if he stays. He'll become irrelevant.
I think what Marcelo said, right, it holds some truth, okay? If he walks, it does show defeat. It shows, right now. It does show a defeatism, and it does show that he can't handle it. And Marcelo's got a point. However, because it's Tottenham, and we've got such a horrendous record with managers, I think he gets away with it. I think he gets away with it because we've gone through 16 managers if he goes in 21 years. The club has got a reputation of having problems with managers. More.
I'll say this.
So I think it counts.
I'll say this, Stel. It wouldn't hurt his reputation as much if it was another club. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's what
I still think it would hurt his reputation in getting another job. Like, I think if he walks, he doesn't get the Man United job. I don't see the Glazers taking a risk with Conte.
Marcelo, I'll tell you what, right?
He wouldn't get the Man United job.
If he goes for the Man United job and he says to Man United, "Get me the job and I get you Kane," I bet you he gets the job.
But how can you guarantee that?
Because if Conte walks, Kane hands in a transfer request.
I think Kane's gone.
If Conte's gone.
If Conte's gone, if Conte goes, Harry Kane hands in a transfer request, and then Dietrich becomes a Man United fan.
No, but if you look.
But
I'll be honest. I'll be honest on this comment. If Kane goes to Man United, I'll watch the games, but I won't support. I'll support only him. That's it.
I wouldn't support him.
But this is the question.
Kane goes Man United. Fuck Kane.
Yeah, I would not support him.
No. Don't ever say
shit. I couldn't give a fuck, man. If he goes Man U, he's the same as Carrick, Berbatov, all them fucking cunts. Sorry, I shouldn't use that word. I can't stand it. I can't
language. Language.
What Man United? Don't use that language. What Man United? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Right now you said Man United. You got to clean your mouth out.
Man, I'm just so fucking pissed off.
Guys, you know what it is? We have absolutely no idea what's actually going to happen tomorrow.
Exactly. We have no idea.
We've got sneaky feelings. We've got sneaky feelings that they're going to come to some sort of mutual agreement with one another, right? To say, listen, you know what? We need to back down, both of us.
But do you guys realize now that he's going to work with Højbjerg and Winks in midfield because Bentancur is probably injured? Do you guys realize that?
I don't think the injury was that serious. To be fair, after looking back at it, I don't think it's that serious.
No, trust me. If it's serious,
have you ever done splits like that? Oh,
but
man,
that's a bad split. What he did. That's a bad one.
So is it true he took a pay cut to coach Spurs? Is it true that he took a pay cut to do that?
I don't necessarily think that it's the truth. However, there is an article speculating going around that after he signed, there was an article going around that Conte needed a job because he was scammed out of like £21 million, and he needed money ultimately to come up with the funds that he'd lost, which is why he took the Spurs job at that period of time. Whether there's any truth to that, I don't know, but that's what the rumour mill was saying.
Mari, super chat. I want you to answer this from Tahir Khan. Thank you for the super chat, Tahir. Enoch will never sell. The question is, can Spurs fans live with never competing at the top 10?
I think we already have lived through that 20 years, right?
You know what? The reason why some of us are laughing because this statement is just so much on point. It tells you about the fans. It tells you about the fans. Everything you want to know about the majority of our fan base, this statement pretty much says it.
I'll tell you who are a really solid fan base, and Mr. K can vouch for me on this because me and Mr. K have worked with each other for a couple of times, right? And we've worked at one particular football club, and their fan base comes together, and it is so fucking nice to see a fan base in continuity and with such togetherness. QPR fans, right? As shit as their club is, their fan base is fucking solid. They are true football fans because they have been through the ups and downs, and every season they have gone back to their club. Right? They've backed every single manager that they've had. They've backed every owner that they've had.
Let me tell you something about QPR, right? Let me say something about QPR, right? Sorry, Maury. I'm going to let Maury come back tomorrow. Harry Kane, one of the biggest reasons Harry Kane came through the academy is one of the best youth coaches I've ever come across, man. Chris Ramsey. Bad boy. Badass. He ran the Spurs show, right? He brought through so many. Listen, Chris Ramsey's the man. Somehow Spurs fucked him off, and guess what academy he runs now?
He's at QPR.
Yeah, he runs QPR. And do you know what? That boy that came through the ranks easy, that ended up going to Crystal Palace. That was Chris. That was Chris Ramsey. That was Chris Ramsey, right? Chris Ramsey. Listen, QPR. Give them time. They're going to have some of the best youngsters coming through as long as Chris stays there.
Do you know what? There's one youngster at QPR that's come through there that I would take at Spurs any day of the week. Go and look at Ilias Chair.
That's my Moroccan guy. Oh my boy.
Yeah, Ilias Chair is fucking fantastic.
But he's too small. Too small. He's way too small. He's like a
midget. What we're talking about?
Mora's small.
Iniesta was 5'7". 5'7".
Yeah. No, he's a midget. He just shows a
5'6", 5'7".
You answer that question.
Anyway, sorry.
What's his position? What's his position?
Attacking midfielder.
All right, guys. Let Mari finish off his comment, please.
To answer this question, for me personally, my answer is: in basketball, I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan. That's your answer.
I feel bad for you.
Thank you. So I'm used to never, ever go to win anything, and I still love my Knicks. So to answer that question, I love Spurs.
The owner is worse than Levy.
And it's actually worse than Levy. But you know what? But he conceded power. He finally conceded because all those boos, because the fan base protested, and he has stayed away from the basketball operation. That's why we've been respectable the last 3 years.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to it, man. I'm not used to it because my football team, my American football team, is the Patriots. My national team is, Brazil.
Bandwagon.
Well, I'm from Boston. What do you want me to do? Move locations.
Still,
Celtics.
You a
Bruins. Brazil, I'm not used to Spurs is the odd man out. Yeah. Spurs is really the odd man out.
The New York Football Giants and the Florida Gators have only put a smile on my face because I root for the Mets. The Mets are the Mets, and the New York Giants, the only team to master Tom Brady. I had slipped that in, but we suck now. But at least I've seen the good days. But the Knicks.
Listen, right? Where is it? Right, that's in it. Applewell Nicosia, right? Cyprus, population 1 million. Applewell fans, about 200,000. That's it. Small club. Stadium holds 20,000. Let me tell you something. 32 league titles, 16 Cypriot Cups, shit league, shit football. But you know what? I've seen them win. I've been in the stands. It's the best thing ever, man. They're fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy, man.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put kudos comment, please?
So, that's my
right now.
Yeah. Why do you have to be disrespectful? No. Why the fuck do you have to be disrespectful? Why? What's the point? Honestly, come on the stream,
man.
No, wait.
It's always like this.
No. Come on the stream.
Big angry.
No. Come on the
angry
stream
now.
And come and be disrespectful. If you're a man, come on the stream.
Okay, Detrix. Fuck you. You're a dickhead. Fuck you.
Look,
guys, language. Kane's in the house.
This is me and Dietrich do this all the time.
Yeah,
is it
in the private chat.
Honestly, is it bad that sometimes I say, you know, I should have listened to my uncle. I should have been a Milan fan. Like, is it bad that sometimes I say that? Like,
bro, Milan was shit for 10 years.
I don't
too, but
they won Champions League.
Marcelo, my dad is a Chelsea fan. For the last 20 years, it has been hell.
I feel bad for you.
Every year, they've got to a final. Since 2004, every season they get to a final. And do you know, it's actually got to the point where he looks at me and he says, as much as I hate Tottenham, as much as I hate your club, and as much as I love watching you guys always in misery, I just want to see you win a trophy once so my kids are happy. That's how bad it's got, bro. That's how bad it's got.
I'm not going to lie, Stelios. What you just said made me... Wow. You have it 10 times worse. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky.
I'm in trouble.
Man, I'm so lucky I'm not from England, man. The amount of like shit you guys get while being there is
listen, my son is 11 years old. Listen, my son is 11 years old and he's a Hammers fan.
Well,
and I didn't stop him. I didn't stop him. I didn't stop him. Just imagine, I did not stop him. And you know, I grew up hating Hammers. So, but the thing is, right now, I said to myself, you know what? Him and his friends are all going to be Hammers fans. You might as well let him be with his friends. Dude, I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring him to Levy. I couldn't bring him to Levy. No way.
Unfortunately, Mr. K, that's where me and you differ because I'm bringing up both my sons and both my daughters as Spurs fans.
I'm not.
Listen, I didn't have a choice. My son went on one with his boys, right? Yeah, to watch a match against Man City when they came to play Hammers, right? Yeah, he went to watch one match, and they scored in the final minute to beat them, and that euphoria kind of got to the boys, and they said, right, we're all Hammers fans now.
But the thing is, we can sit here, like talk about Premier League. That there is nothing better than going to watch your local non-league team, right? Because the atmosphere is true football fans. It's cheap tickets. It's cheap food. It's cheap beer, and it's a fucking good day out. There's nothing quite like non-league football. If you're over in England, or you have any intention to come over to England to go and see Arsenal or Tottenham or Chelsea or whatever, make a day of it and go to a non-league match, and trust me, you will not regret it. It'll be one of the best experiences of your life.
Does Rochdale count? AFC Rochdale?
No, because they are in the Football League.
I've got family in Rochdale.
Yeah, I have friends in Rochdale. I actually almost...
Stelios, is there anywhere you don't have family?
I almost moved to Rochdale.
Greeks fuck a lot, man. Greeks fuck a lot.
Fucking fornication, brother.
Yeah, language.
I almost moved to Rochdale, Melrose area. Yeah,
guys. You know, is there any type of thing that can be said for fans which are feeling extremely down right now?
Go and watch non-league football, mate. Go and watch non-league football because it doesn't matter if they win or lose. It's a good day out, regardless.
I mean, could we say in some sort of positive manner that we are just speculating upon our worst fears, and that basically we should, like, you know, those fans out there that are feeling hurt, maybe they should wait till they get some sleep and maybe tomorrow to look at the news. It may not be as bad as what we see today.
The only positive thing to take away from this whole situation is Levy and ENIC isn't going to last forever. Joe Lewis is about I think he's one bad McDonald's away from popping his clogs anyway. But the guy's 80.
Yeah, but then Levy inherits everything.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't. His son does. His son does. Charles will. His son Charles lives in Argentina.
Josh, I have a question.
Okay, so his son takes over. Then what? Same shit.
Yeah, same shit. Like you said,
unless he wants to sell the club, just because Joe Lewis has got it, doesn't mean his sons are going to want it.
Yeah, but Josh, who's going to buy a club for 3.5 billion?
Levy still owns 25% of the club, man. He'll have a major influence.
He doesn't own part of the club. He owns part of ENIC. There is a strong difference.
ENIC owns the club.
I think the question.
Guys, he owns 25% of Tottenham.
Well, they will find somebody, but the question is, what do you guys think the relationship between Conte and do you think the players love him and respect him?
Some yes, some don't.
No, I think no. Do you know what? I think now that we've got Ndombele, Lo Celso, Delis, these players, I think the majority of the players I think that they respect Conte, man. I think I've never you could tell under Mourinho, man. A lot of the players were unhappy. There was problems. You don't get that vibe with Conte. I think with Conte, they genuinely respect him. They like the fact he's the manager. I don't think he values some of them in terms of quality, though. I think he looks at some of them and says, "Do you know what? You're nice. You're good people. You want to learn, but you're just shit."
Shit.
But let's come away from this negativity about Conte leaving, right? Let's live in a world where Conte stays, okay? Each one of you on the panel, I want you to name me one player who you would bring in the summer that you think would fit under the Conte regime. Still,
can we start with the guy below you? Because
who is that below me?
Chetri. Hi, Chetri. Welcome to the stream. Is your microphone working, Chetri? Siddhartha? Okay, well, we move on. Shane wanted to say something. Maybe he can address this instead and add 2 pence to what you want to say.
I'm actually going to leave you today. I got a bit to do, so I was only going to pop on for an hour, and it was an hour and 40 in. So thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure to be on Will's rant show. I had a long rant today, so I feel a little bit better today. So see what happens in the AM with Conte in the meeting. Okay, have a good night or a good day. Ciao.
Big up, Shane.
Right, so let's live in a world where Conte stays. Still, one player who you would bring in the summer that would fit under the Conte regime.
We need 8 players.
No, but if you had to sign one player, like if Levy come to you and said, right, you've got a decision, you can bring one player in as a priority, who would you bring in, and for what reason?
Vlahovic.
Realistically,
no, I'd bring in Isaac.
Realistically,
Bastoni.
Yeah. Oh, Tony that he will do.
Bastoni.
Still, go with you first.
Realistically, you think we're going to get Bastoni?
Realistically, we're not getting anyone of quality. We're going to get like Bentancurs and Kulusevski level, man.
Okay. So
come on, Bentancur is not a bad player.
Think of a player of that.
I mean that price range. That's what I mean.
He's a good player.
Right, so think of a player in that price range who you think we could bring in for that money. Who would you bring in?
The Briv.
We need someone that can score goals, man. We need goal scorers. We need goal scorers.
True.
He can score goals.
It just still needs to sell people.
How much is the
serious club?
Not coming, right?
We're not a serious club, though.
We're not a serious club, but if we were, we would pay for Bastoni. Like,
can we just?
I don't think realistically we get anyone. Because the price is going to price us out the market.
Okay, can we just start with buying like cheap players and go buy like at least 70 million?
That doesn't work. We're doing that. That doesn't work, man. You end up with Doherty and fucking.
Right.
No,
I'll throw some names out. Would you take Jed Spence?
McKinney.
Yeah, Spence I would. Yeah.
Right. Would you take Saint Maximin from Newcastle?
He's not coming to us. He's not coming to
us. Would you take Saint Maximin from Newcastle?
He's not coming to us.
No.
I wouldn't.
He won't be coming to us.
He ain't leaving Newcastle. Newcastle.
Vlahovic is out of the question. Vlahovic is out of the question because he's just trying to deal with Juventus. Yeah. So, what other striker do we bring in?
Oh, the guy from Sassuolo, Scamacca. What a baller.
Gianluca Scamacca, yeah?
Yeah, he's a baller.
I think we're going to get that player that we were supposed to get 4 years ago.
Baller.
Patrick Schick. Let's go back to Bayer and get Patrick Schick. He's hot. He's behind Vlahovic.
Because there's two players I would bring in the midfield, right? And one of them is Noni Madueke from PSV Eindhoven. Guy is a fucking baller, and he classes as homegrown. He spent the majority of his youth in the Tottenham youth system, then spent 1 year in the PSV Eindhoven youth system, then made his first team debut, and he's rapid. He's rapid. He's fucking brilliant. Another one.
This is what they said about Steven Bergwijn. I heard this about Steven Bergwijn, man. And he comes here and he's shit. He's not shit. He's not good enough.
I get that, but again, the experience of English football would be that in some respect, because obviously he spent.
How old was he when he played there?
I don't know, but he's 19 now.
So he was 16. Great. He's never played adult football in England.
Right, but he'll have an understanding of the English game, is what I'm saying, right?
But he hasn't played
another player.
Football. He hasn't. He doesn't have it.
He would have an understanding. He's been in the youth system, being trained by Tottenham. He would have an understanding. I'm not saying he would fit right in. I'm saying he would have some kind of understanding, which is more than what can be said for some of the signings that we have made.
Unless you played adult football in England, it means nothing. That's the biggest jump from youth.
Right.
To
okay.
adult.
That's fine. And then another one that I would look at is Xavi Simons from PSG. Centre mid, 17 years old. He's meant to be.
Man, come on, 17.
Come on, Josh. No.
No, but at least he's suggesting something that would fit into the Spurs policy, wouldn't it?
We've got Pepe Sarr.
Yeah.
He's got to come back as well. We're going to have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, we're going to have
the thing about
will make an appearance in 2025.
Here's what I would do. And Pep, not Pep.
Conte.
I meant Stel. No, sorry, Stel. I just saw you and I thought of Pep, Coach
No,
Stel.
you can call me Pep. Some people call me Pep.
Yeah. This is what we should do next season.
Hey, Pep Deli's doing something.
The only way. I don't know if you're willing to share that, but this is what I would do personally. Just do this. Just delete the club. I don't know if you can share that screen over there. I don't know, like if FIFA, just delete the club.
Well,
delete
apparently
the whole
there's been a complaint from the
delete
animal
the whole
activists.
club. Just delete the whole club. That's it, bro. I'm fucking done.
Did you guys see the article today about animal activists? They want us to change the club badge because it promotes animal cruelty.
They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything in Tottenham is a fucking anything in Tottenham's cruelty.
Do you guys realize that Levy might do it because of, like, he might lose like sponsors and stuff? Like, I'm not.
No, you can't.
Oh,
look,
come
he
off
hasn't
it.
changed
You
the motto,
can't.
even though he doesn't adhere to the motto.
He would do anything to make more money, and I wouldn't be surprised
if he does that. I will stand outside Lily White House for the next week every day, going, "Yidami, Yidami, Yidam." I'll continue for a week doing that.
Yeah, you'll be arrested because you're Greek.
Do you know what was said? So I work as a response supervisor over. Hello, who was that? I work as a response supervisor over at QPR.
I'll bring Brian Daigle.
Right?
Brian Daigle will stand next to me. Sorry.
Yeah, I work as a supervisor, response supervisor for QPR, right? And in our briefing today, we got told of 2 chants that are no longer allowed to be chanted at football grounds because they are classed as hate crimes. One of them is the Chelsea rent boy chant.
I'm Sushant. I'm using my brother's phone.
Right, let me finish this off quickly, then I'll let you speak. So, the 2 chants that can't be used because they're now technically classed as hate crimes is the QPR chant about Chelsea rent boys because it's homophobic and classed as a hate crime, and the Yid Army chant because apparently it's anti-Semitic.
It's always been anti-Semitic.
But I get that, but we've embraced that as a fan base. So are you going to tell me that 60,000 Spurs fans can't shout the Yid Army at the top of their lungs?
You know what it is? People tell me that after making the mistake of letting Levy into the house, right? Yeah, we can't change that mistake. I believe we can. And I think that mistakes are like that. We need to grow and mature as a fan base, and we need to address the issues that are in front of us collectively together. That's what I've learned from going down to watch Loftus Road and QPR. That's what I've learned is that when the fans are together, there's a harmony that's created, and everyone is like relaxed, whether you win or lose, draw. The effort is on the pitch. The fans are happy. They may not be 100% happy because they didn't win, but they're happy that their team put the effort in, that there's a transparency between themselves and the board. These are all basic things. The thing about the chant, right, is because you have this disconnection that started off in the early 80s between the fans and the board, when the board decided that they're going to go down chasing money. Later on, Sugar came, did the same thing. Later on came Levy, who just did it to the nth degree, right? So as far as what the fans do, they've been able to get away with it for all this time because they're disillusioned, they're frustrated. The club didn't protect them, the government didn't protect them, the police didn't protect them, the council didn't protect them, so they had to protect themselves. And the only way they knew how to protect themselves is to create this concept called the Yidami. And when you're inside a stadium and there's 40,000 people that shout out, Yid, it really has an impact. People that are sitting in armchairs at home watching the TV, they won't be able to understand this. But when you go into the stadium, that's when you can tell the effect of saying Yidami, what it does to the opposition, what it does for your squad. It's a Spurs. Look, Spurs is part of the name of the club.
So
Spurs. He wouldn't. I mean, you can have the cockerel, but you need to have a spur at the back of his hook.
It's that thing that I've circled in red. They want that has to be removed.
It's a spur. That's what it is. It's a spur. You're gonna have to change the whole identity of the club. I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, for example, the Washington Redskins. For those of you on the other side of the pond, has the Washington Redskins changed their name?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
what do they call themselves now?
Well, they were Washington for a year or two. Now they're called the Washington. The Washington. I'll put it up.
Is it Washington Capitals?
Yeah, I think no, that's hockey team.
That's the hockey team.
Right. So basically, if enough fans were to leave,
the Washington Commanders. And people still find it offensive because like Commanders, it sounds military and stuff like that. This woke generation can't please anybody.
Right. Is there any chance that Americanization is going to come over to this country in terms of PC culture?
I'll tell you what. If it does, but what Spurs are going to get franchised? They'll get moved to somewhere like fucking.
Did you guys hear what Levy wants to buy an NFL team and ship it to London?
Yeah, he wants to buy the Jacksonville Jaguars off of the Khan family.
Basically, he needs to have some legitimate reason for having the stadium, and he wants to go for the Super Bowl, and he wants to make that legitimately stick. Like, why should this stadium get the Super Bowl when it doesn't even have a football team there?
They're going to be called the Jacksonville Cockerels.
Look. If he gets American football turned up right, he's got the ESL in the pocket, bruv.
I personally think if you want to do well with that ground, get a rugby team to play there. Right, Saracens moved from London. No. I'm talking about rugby. Saracens moved from London and now playing Coventry.
Yeah.
Move them, bring them back to London.
The money in rugby doesn't touch American football. Man.
NFL brings
a
lot of money.
Actually, a lot of national teams they use your club as they like your club facilities. They rent your facilities.
Brazil.
Yeah,
Brazil's one of them.
Other teams. There are many teams
Lady Gaga.
that do that.
Italy.
Guys, very quickly, I've just got to address this super chat from Spurs_GP. Thank you for the super chat. To answer Josh's question, if we stay above Leicester, Yuri Tillemans, Cassane, De Vries, Scamacca, Guardiola, Paul, and Torres. So they're the players he would bring in. Good shout, some of them.
That would be a great transfer.
I think one player that's been written off. I think as a right wing back or as a right back, Ricardo Pereira could be a very good fucking fit.
He just signed a contract.
Yeah, he's a gettable thing.
Ricardo Pereira could be a very good fit.
Yeah, but he's not coming.
He's not coming, yeah.
No, I'm not saying he is.
He's going to cost us 50 mil.
Realistically, no one's going to come to us. But what I'm saying is Ricardo Pereira could fit into our squad.
Wolves midfield, Neves and Dante, those guys, you can get those guys.
You know it's really
Ronald
bad.
Kana, right? Yeah.
No,
But I think we're going to sign a Premier League proven midfielder this time.
It's bad when Mad Mola is like, you know what, you guys should get this guy. Maybe he can help you guys out. A Chelsea fan is coming into this. He's not even bantering us. He's just coming in here and he's like, yeah, man, I hope you get this player. You really
because as a Chelsea fan, he's got respect for Conte and he doesn't like how Conte's being treated by our club.
Yeah, but listen, guys, don't forget, we do have other Chelsea fans which are here. For example, Tahir Khan over here, right, that put this super chat in. He is a Chelsea fan himself. And what we have here is we have fans coming together as fans who are football first. And, one of the things about our channel, which we do like to promote, is the diversity of different types of fans that come in. And we have respect for one another because, we're not going to be...
I can't respect a Arsenal fan.
Marcelo, can you stop swearing, please?
Yeah, sorry.
I refuse to respect any fans in the comments. Any fans in the comments.
That's a natural reaction, I'm sorry. We will beat you all the time, but I know it's a natural reaction. I expect that from you. I'm not surprised.
I can't respect the
I'm not surprised, but I like you.
That's what makes winning so much more sweeter when we have a situation like that.
But Chelsea don't win. They buy.
No, I'm talking about us beating them.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was so happy. I was so happy when you guys beat Man City. Oh my god, I was about to fly, man.
But I don't get why. I don't get why, because you're written out of the title race. It's not even. It's between Liverpool and City now.
Yeah, because I bet that Liverpool will win the league. That's why
I want Liverpool to win the league as well. I want Liverpool to win the league.
Mad Muller, talk to us about Lukaku.
Me too, Marcelo.
As long as Arsenal don't win it. Or Chelsea.
I fucking hate Liverpool, man.
The whole situation that's going with Russia and them wanting to freeze the assets of all billionaire Russian I can't even say the word, organ, whatever it's called. And they were mentioning Chelsea. How would that affect Chelsea and Abramovich?
But if Abramovich is made to sell, he will pull the plug on Chelsea, and Chelsea will fucking die.
I would love that. I would love it.
It's not gonna
What do you
happen.
think about that, Bambula? But
That's
the
just a
whole news
dreamland.
that Boris Johnson may force.
It actually could happen. Listen,
It could
look.
No, it's
No,
very,
no.
very case, man.
Chetri,
believe
if
it.
Chetri, if there's one thing that could happen is if Russia does invade Ukraine.
No, I'm
and-
Sushant, man. I'm just using my
Listen,
brother's phone.
Listen, brother. Politics rule it all. If it comes to that, and Russia does invade Ukraine, and the English, government decides to pull all funding from Russian investors, that can happen. That legitimately,
Hopefully it happens.
could happen.
Can I answer you?
Hopefully it happens.
I hope
can
so.
I answer you guys?
Answer
I
that
want
question.
Chelsea to
We
be
might
down.
turn it political. Let me-
Guys, can you hold on for
Honestly,
1
fall
second,
down.
please? I've got a super chat over here. I'd just like to quickly address the super chat. Tahir Khan, thank you very much. It says, "True, Mr. K, I respect your channel, and even as a Chelsea fan, it's not nice to see owners abuse our game." I'd like to give this question, this super chat. I'd like to pose this towards Mad Muller because he is also a Chelsea fan. Mad Muller, even though you might be a Chelsea fan, when you look at other clubs, like for example Newcastle, when they used to have Mike Ashley there, and the variety of other clubs that we have in the football prime pyramid, do you also feel the same way when you start to see like owners coming in that start to abuse the clubs and abuse the fans? Do you as a fan feel that, or do you think, hey, it's got nothing to do with us? I'm a Chelsea fan, or do you actually care?
I care about trophies. But let me tell you something. We might turn it into a political thing if we say that. But I think I think he's ready. I think he's ready, bro. They know what they're doing. Like if you read about Putin, what he did, I'm not gonna turn it into a political thing. But Putin was planning this whole shenanigan thing that he's doing since 2014. He increased his dollar reserve. Russia became the fourth in the dollar reserves in the whole world.
So you think he's going to move his business out of Russia?
Putin told all his billionaire friends that this is going to happen in 6, 7, maybe 2 years ago. So I know this guy is ready. And probably he might upload this club to someone else he knows and use him as a facade. Who knows? But I don't think it will affect Chelsea, bro. Don't worry about it.
Same man without him. I don't think so.
We will win the Champions League. I know that. I feel it. Like, I feel it in my heart. We will win this Champions League.
Do you know what?
Oh my God!
Do you know what?
We'll feel, man. I want to taste the glory, man. But what shall we do? Typical Spurs. Please, Africa.
He's got Lukaku up front, £100 million flop shit, and we're going to win the Champions League. You're third in the league, bro.
They won it last season. No one expected them to do it.
Last season, they won it last season.
Listen. Good luck to whatever they're doing. Let's come back to.
I'm not gonna laugh at Chelsea possibly winning a Champions League.
Man City,
I laughed at that.
Pep fucked it. He went into the Carabao Cup final. He played his best team in all the right positions, in the correct places against Tottenham. He goes to the Champions League final. He drops Fernandinho out of the holding mid position. He switches around. What are you fucking doing, Pep?
Would you, guys? I want to ask. I want to ask.
Overthink sometimes, man.
Listen, I want to ask the Chelsea fan just one
Chelsea
question.
got
Genius.
Listen. Mad Muller, I just want to ask you a question. Would you swap Kane for Abramovich?
Nah.
Yeah, of course, 100%. If you're telling me right now, if you're telling me right now, could we swap Kane for better owners? listen. I love Kane. Dietrich, I know you're gonna hate me saying this, but I will take that hand, shake it,
Me too, Marcelo.
kiss
Me
it,
too.
hug you, fucking make out if I have to. I don't
They can
care,
have Son
bro.
as well. They can have Son
Yeah,
as well.
they can
Give them
have
Son as
Son.
well.
Son as
You know
well.
what? You know what?
Overlord
They can
as
have.
well.
They can have this whole squad. No, they can legitimately. They can have this whole squad for free. If we get Abramovich, I'll spend 2 years in the championship. I don't care, as long as it means he gets players of quality and we build up again.
I'm gonna be honest. With you guys. Kane is better than Lukaku.
Nah, that's for sure, man.
No shit.
Without
100%.
Lukaku's got trophies.
Right.
Listen,
Anyways,
Lukaku's got
guys, I would
trophies.
love.
doubt,
One
man.
minute.
I'd love to sit here and chat.
That's not even a
I've
debate,
got
man.
1 minute. Excuse me. Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry. Right. Okay. Madmula.
He's there.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
What's up?
I want you to say that one more time. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. Tell us.
Lukaku is better.
Oh my God! Yes. Listen. Lukaku. I mean, Kane is better than Lukaku, but Spurs
way.
is still searching for a trophy.
Yeah, I agree. Right, anyways,
You know
guys,
what?
I'd love to sit here and chat, but I've got
There's
to
a
shoot off.
big
I'm going to bed.
difference. Josh, good night to you, mate. Thanks for coming.
Josh, big up yourself, man.
Much
What's your
appreciated.
channel, Josh? Plug your channel.
Josh, the Tottenham guy, you can go and find me on there talking all things Spurs, although it might not be a Tottenham channel for much longer.
I've subscribed.
He also does a whole bunch of football manager saves as well, where there's a play along with football managers. Always
Go have a watch of that.
He's about to be Woodford Town's biggest YouTube channel.
Yeah, mate, you know.
Josh.
Right. Yes, Detrix, fuck off.
Yeah, invite me to your channel. I never got an invite.
Detrix. I mean, I'll invite anyone onto my channel apart from you.
Josh, I'll put you in the rants. I'll put you in the rants WhatsApp group. You can get in touch with Dietrich.
Please do.
Dietrich, incidentally, is an admin in that group, by the way. So be careful.
Oh, fuck's sake. All right, guys. I'll speak to you all later on. And as always, Levy out. Come on, you Spurs.
Piss off, Josh.
Come on, you Spurs.
Piss off, Detrix.
Talking about piss off, right? Yeah. If Bob Spurs watching, or if viewers out there are watching, he's doing a nice recovery. Please, everyone, keep sending your wishes, keep sending your blessings.
Best wishes for Bobby.
To Bobby, because at the end of the day, he's not here right now. We want him back, and it's going to be a recovery road. And all the best wishes you can send, please do send them. Lookman's in the house. He's saying, I've been saying this during all my shows in January. If Conte is not backed with what he wants, he will walk in February. Really hate to be right. Effing Levy out.
That's true.
At this rate, I think we're gonna lose against Lead and against Boro as well, man.
I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta go to sleep. I'm sorry. But listen, I don't think Conte is gonna walk. I think he's just being.
Me too, Marcelo.
I think he's just being bipolar. We've seen it at Chelsea. We've seen it at Inter. We've seen it all over the place.
Yo, Marcelo, breaking news. Fabrizio just tweeted he left.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nah.
Legitimate source.
I don't believe the negativity from the media. I will only believe
That's
it until.
their job, man.
Yeah, that's their job. I will only believe it unless Alistair Gold or Fabrizio Romano has posted it. That has been a rule I've been sticking by in terms of transfer or any Spurs news, and you know what? I've been doing pretty well just following them. And
But
I think
seemed the most Conte.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was gonna say. Watch out for the pre-match conference, because I think the pre-match conference against Leeds is gonna tell us all about Conte's futures in this club.
Yeah.
And I think we all need to take a deep breath. Spurs, every time we lose, we get so negative and so uptight about things.
Very negative.
Let's try to be a little bit less negative. Just take one game at a time. Understand that we're shit. Stop thinking about top 4. Go all out for the FA Cup.
Positive, Marcelo.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, Tottenham.
I will follow him because I
Samba Soldier
tomorrow. I've been saying one game at a time before the Man City game. When we shouldn't really worry about top 4. We should just.
Yeah, everyone was thinking about top 4, man, after winning against Man City.
I'm documented. Stell will tell you. on 4 or 5 streams, I said, don't ask me that question because
Exactly.
I know we could lose to Burnley. I know this team. And so that's I said, game at a time. And at the end of the season, if we're 4th, 5th, or 6th, it is what it is. So I'll just
like Stelios has said, man, top 6 is achievement for me. We won't get top 4.
Tomorrow happens tomorrow. If he ends up walking, then I know Mr. K's got to do a special show tomorrow because everybody's gonna need his smooth, positive voice tomorrow because it's gonna be crazy. But I think he stays, but you just never know. You just never know. But
Mari, but why we have to live in a fear, man, about Conte? Will he walk? Will he not? Why are we living in this fear, man? I'm just so.
I agree.
Because we're Spurs fans. We're Spurs fans. Sadomasochism is a must. We must chastise ourselves for playing. But Mari, listen, Mari, when's your next show, mate? When's the next time you're doing a show, mate?
The next show would be next Wednesday, but I would love
Love Lounge.
Yeah, but
Spurs Love Lounge.
Spurs Love Lounge Wednesdays at 10 UK time, 5 USA time. But I do want people to still watch the previous show, The Tavern, her game 2. Watch it. It was a really good show with the ladies like Ellie, Kirst. We had a guest Eve from her game 2 on the show. And who else did we have?
I think it was 4 ladies and a guy.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Wonderful experience.
Please watch the episode.
I've already watched Mari.
Yeah. So
brilliant, guys. Listen, do check out Mari at his Love Lounge on a Wednesday. Or alternatively, if you can pop to his channel, please subscribe there. It's all honestly, it's an upcoming channel full of incredible, entertaining content. Not many arguments in any way. And honestly, you will enjoy your time immensely when you turn up to his streams. If you haven't watched any of his previous streams, do pick them up, do watch them, when you got spare time and so forth. Mari, it's an absolute pleasure having you on. If something happens on Monday, Tuesday, jump onto my show. We can discuss it then before the lounge, okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course.
Definitely. Thanks for coming on, mate. All the best.
Thank you, Mari. Bye-bye. Come on,
Cheers, Marty.
Just to answer Ronak Khan's question, right? Yeah. He's saying that basically, why is everyone leaving? It just to create space for other people to come into the show. Some people have got a curfew; they can only be in the show for like an hour or two, and then they have to get to bed and get up in the morning. Whereas other members, like for example, Eugene, is always on the other side of the planet. He's practically, I think, Eugene, was he still working, or you got a day off today? Eugene, you're muted, mate. Eugene, you can't unmute, right? He must be still busy.
I just fucking woke up. Right, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to fucking watch that shit show.
Language, bro. Language.
Me too, Eugene.
The only bad language you can use in the show tonight is Levy.
No. I'm very polite on all my own shows, right? So when I come to WillTHFCRants, I'll use whatever fucking language I want to use. Oh, come on, guys. Right.
You woke up and you found
the writing is on the wall. Right, the writing is on the wall. Right, when he had that interview with Sky Italia, he's already talking about leaving. He wasn't happy. He was. Let me get on the headphones and do this. Right, he was. Yeah. He was instructed by the club, right, to come up with a statement, okay, to appease the fans, okay. Then we went to M City. Wow, we did such a great freaking job, right? We beat them 3-2, and we go to... Oh, the other thing is, I'm not Thai, right? And I keep saying, we can't fucking play in the rain. Every game we've lost away. Every game we've lost, right? Right? The rain hits the head, right? The water seeps into the brain, and they all become stupid. That's it, right? And to tell the truth, I don't blame Conte if he walks, right? I've been saying it all this while during January if he doesn't get backed, okay? So he didn't get backed. He knows he didn't get backed, right? We lost 4, right? We got in 2, right? It's just the numbers, right? Oh, I speak to Daniel Levy all the time directly. I'm sure he does. right? Don't forget, Daniel Levy gives a lot of gentleman agreements. Why the fuck do you think Conte is there, right? Now he goes out and talks to the press about what? I lose 4 games in a row. Come on, he is not a loser. We all know
guys,
that, right?
Guys, we should have known something was up. We should have known something was up when he banned the catch up. No, you're saying Shazam.
You know the weather. Like we've had 3 storms over in the Ireland, Britain, in the last week and a couple of days, right? And they are proper like
stormy and windy.
Mate, they've been like proper Pacific typhoons. Forget about Atlantic Ocean hurricanes. It was balmy weather in Burnley tonight. And I'm not using that as an excuse. Both teams have to play in that weather, but yeah, man, we can't blame weather on it.
Yeah. Romero is a colossal, right? Can't even fucking hit the ball. Can't even defend against bloody what? What's his name?
I'm gonna say it. Right, Burnley has broken Eugene.
Lads, look, I was opting for. I wanted an old school 4-4-2 with like a Niall Quinn playing alongside a Harry Kane tonight. We don't have that. We don't have that. We can't play in that. We don't do proper solid.
Aaron, you were watching my show earlier, right? During the preview?
Yes,
I was going, nah. I don't think we can beat them. I'll be happy with a draw. We can't even get that. What the fuck are we?
But we had our chances.
To tell the truth, right? We were the better team there, right? I could see all the moves, right? We had that. Burnley gave us space, and we didn't even know how to do with it. Come on.
Yeah, we don't.
There's really something wrong with it.
That's
problem. And is that Shushan?
Yeah, I'm Shazam.
It's Shazam.
Hi, Shazam. Yeah. I know, that's right. You came on the show
guys,
and
guys, I was wondering when Jamie Git was going to come into the house, right? Yeah, because I've been missing
very, very trouble here, man, to get a proper internet and microphone. Very, very hard.
Yeah, I know.
I only joined in because I thought you were going to do the backyard stream, by the way, and I could let it out properly instead of being all nice. But sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
I haven't
still
slept all night.
in polite mode.
Waked up
This is for Jamie Git, okay? This is for Jamie
2 a.m.
Git.
in the morning, and Spurs just runs.
By the way, Mr. K, I love your beard. It's very beautiful. It's very nice.
Yeah. Matt Muller, nice to meet you. Maybe you're gonna say bye-bye to Roman soon.
I see Nuno Espirito Santo everywhere. Mr. K.
I think Spurs will beat. I think Spurs will beat Leeds. I think Spurs is good to play against teams.
I think Spurs will be typical Spurs this time as well, man. I think.
I think if it doesn't rain,
revive, man. I really think Boro's gonna.
Leeds are leaking goals.
If it doesn't rain, we'll beat Leeds.
Goals. They are leaking.
If it doesn't rain, we'll beat Leeds, right? If it rains, we'll lose the Leeds. It's written in the stars. We're going to lose in all the raining games.
That's going to
come. Eugene, you sound like Ty on the AFT. You blame the rain.
Eugene, you used to live over here, mate. You know what the rain is like. It's always raining, man. Like, that's Britain and Ireland, man.
It's raining now in Malaysia, in KL.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's raining there.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's raining fallacy. That's weather sympathizing with man. I think that's called Mr. K. You know more about literature than I. Yeah.
It's very, very good weather out here.
And I remember Stel, remember you're doing what show earlier? You were saying, I don't want to predict us to win. And look what happened. You should have. You should have gone all right and said we'll get smashed by Burnley 4-0 and we'll win.
I was on Tommy Talks Ball and I said everyone predicted 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. I said I hate when everyone's confident because when we're confident, that's when it goes wrong. So I just said I don't mean it. But I'm just going to say 1-1 because I don't want to be negative.
Agreed with still. Like Frankie Miller has told that Inik has to back the manager. Blah 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 blah. What's your thought, still?
Well, the thing I see is Spurs don't do good against teams that park the bus and play defensively. But I think they do good against.
Southampton, Wolves don't park the bus. We lost to them. What are you talking about?
They're just one team, but you guys beat big teams.
They're two teams. They're two teams. Wolves is one team. Southampton's another.
Yeah, but if you guys
So
play
if all
against teams that-
season, right, we beat all the big teams, right, we'll get relegated if we lose to all the small teams. Simple as that.
Exactly. The thing which hurts us the most is we have done the double against the champion and we are just struggling for top 4 spot, man. It's very, very annoying.
Muller, we have been shit away
We
from
have
home
to be in
all
top 4, man.
season.
Without a doubt, we
Away from
deserve to
home-
be in the top 4. But
Away from home, we've won one game, and that was Watford away. We drew to Southampton. We lost to Burnley. We drew Southampton. Leicester we won. Sorry, Leicester. That's 2. Actually, okay. We won 3, lost 2, drawn 1. Right. At home, we're just as bad. We're just as fucking bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
we're just not a good.
But we have done the league double against the champion and we have taken a point against Liverpool, man. We're still not doing good.
We don't have a good squad. We've got 7 or 8 good players.
But still, why are we winning against this Man Cities and Liverpools, man? Sometimes we are drawing
Do
them.
you know what it is? We're just their bogey team, man. We're just their bogey
No,
team.
guys,
I don't know what it is.
listen.
It hurts me the most, man.
Watch
Why
me,
can't we
look,
win against
Mourinho
this league
beats
table
City.
teams, man?
The game against guys, I've been saying.
Nuno beat City. Nuno.
We-
Guys, listen,
we-
Protomac,
I-
right?
I-
Protomac
I-
over here has got a very
Shit.
good
Hi, Protomac.
comment. Protomac. He's saying that Son created 4 big chances: Kane, Kulu, Kane header, and Berg one at the end. It could have gone our way with a little bit of luck. Now, what we have here in the Premier League is everything's about fine margins.
Exactly.
Very, very fine margins, because everyone's athletic ability is almost the same as everyone else's. So it's very, very much
So I
fine
made the
margins.
rain.
So this thing about the fact that you had 4 set-up goals, and maybe some of them are difficult, maybe some of them are easy, and some of them went in and some of them didn't. Oh, sorry, none of them went in. This is generally speaking what happened against Man City was there's a fear factor. Sorry, there's a whole bunch of I don't know who it is. Oh, it's probably Shazant. Yeah. But I was going to say, I think there's a fear factor in our team. When fear goes into them, when they're really up against it, they suddenly turn up. Like, for example, we need someone to score a goal against us in order for us to start playing. Right? So this phenomenon has occurred many, many times. And I think it's got to do with the psychology of our players. They can pick themselves up when it comes to an extremely hard game, like, for example, Man City. But psychologically, in the back of their mind, they know that we're a bogey team for Man City. So you get this type of confidence that comes up. And when you have this type of confidence in the crucible of fire, you're going to be very precise in what you do, very cold and clinical. So we had 6 chances, and we put some of them away. We put 3 of them away. That's not bad. 1 out of 2.
I think this fear mainly comes from the midfield. Because every time you count on the midfield, you see the whole team just collapses.
Count the amount of players we still have during the Poch era. Simple as that.
Imagine going, for example, against Leeds, and then you're going to have Winks and Højbjerg and your midfield. You know damn well you're going to lose. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So
with that 2 midfielders, man. That doesn't work, man. 3-4-3 doesn't work in Premier
For my
League, man.
opinion,
It's just
Højbjerg is
one
one of the worst mids I've ever seen. Him and Winks.
No. He's not one of the worst mids ever.
He's not. He's not good.
The pairing
is the worst one. The worst.
Pairing's not good enough. Yeah.
Mr.
Pairing's not good
Kane,
enough.
I have mad respect. I have mad respect for you, but you guys have a clinical attack. Like I've never seen in the best duo in the history of EPL, Son and Kane. You guys got a clinical players. It's just the fact that your style of football is counter-attack football. So you guys don't do good against teams that pop the bus or teams that play ugly in the back. You don't get results from them, but you get results from teams that play offensive football, that play
open football, man. Free-flowing
football. You guys do good against. You guys do damage. Kane
because
and
it
Son.
creates a lot of spaces for those 2 world-class players, man. That's why we get the chance to win against them, man.
Matt Muller, all you're just saying is that we are not creative enough for the front 3. That's all.
Yeah.
We don't
have to win back. We don't have to create.
We didn't replace Eriksen. Right, we didn't replace Eriksen. We didn't replace all the players that we needed to replace. Simple as that. Right? Look at the amount of players that we still had on the Poch on the field. Davis is still there. Come on. What the hell's that all about? But Davis was going right up to the front. He was attacking most of the time.
I just want to quickly answer this question from Spurs GP. Stelios, why do you keep going after that Spurs web guy on Twitter after every defeat? Because when we were trying to protest and when we were trying to fight against stopping what is happening now, he went out of his way to write a 16-page essay on Twitter telling everyone why he's not going to protest, why he's against the protesters, why we should back Enoch, why we should back Levy. He did everything he could to stop people from protesting. He tried to put them all off. And then, as soon as we lost those games, he started blaming players, calling out this, calling out that. It is hypocrisy of the highest level on Twitter.
That's not good.
This guy is a two-faced hypocrite. His name's Seb. I'll call him out because I don't care. I never care because I speak the truth. If you don't want to protest,
I
don't
still
protest.
have been saying this in for so long, man.
If you don't want to protest, don't protest. But don't go out of your way to target the protesters because as soon as you then become a hypocrite, I will target you back. And he blocked me. But it's okay.
There's been a few people like that.
I keep setting up new Twitter accounts. I keep coming at him. He just can't understand why everyone's at him. They're not. It's me. It's just me. I just got a different name every time.
I need
They get the information from each and every one of us about Levy out, Enoch out, protest, but they just don't care, man.
You've been blocked by half of the Twitter community anyway, so.
No, honestly, I need a block Star. He's too negative.
I quit Twitter because of Stell.
Basically, Aaron did the biggest block. He blocked everyone on Twitter.
I just left them.
Listen, man, you can't.
And I like to.
You can't write a big report about something, and then a week later start complaining about the thing you didn't want to complain about. It's insane, man. It's like me saying, guys, I've got a problem. My wife, she's cheated on me, and all of you say, well, you need to leave her. Yeah. And then a week later, I come back, guys, she's cheated on me again. Still, are you still with her? Yeah, I am. All I'm doing is complaining about her, but yet I won't leave her. Who's insane?
You.
Right.
You.
So that's what he did. He's complaining. He's complaining about the players. He's complaining about the manager. He's complaining about the performances. He's complaining about the results. But he's against the protesters. You fucking idiot.
No, I'm saying you're insane in general still. Not in this specific moment. You're
to support Tottenham Hotspur, you've got to be mentally unstable. You cannot support Tottenham if you're
one into it, one or the other. But listen, guys, let's leave this alone for 1 second. I just want to quickly point out that Ryan Isaacs Canada has put in a super chat. And, Ryan's one of those guys that has been helpful. He's been step by step when it comes down to what he really feels about the board.
He just came back from Burnley, the poor guy.
Yeah. So you can imagine the dedication that this guy has got. And he's saying, hey, Stel, hey, Mr. K, 12th place and a cup run is a great season. Right? You know what? I'd take the cup. Right? I'd take the cup. And I was going to say,
he said cup
run, not to win it.
Is that Ryan who was at the protest? Was that Ryan?
Yes,
that's Ryan, yes.
Yeah, top bloke, man. Respect, Ryan.
Big up to Ryan.
Yeah.
Shazan, it's not your microphone that's the issue. It's the background noise that you have in the background sometimes that comes through your microphone. That's all. Don't worry. There's nothing wrong with your microphone exactly. Basically, as fans, we have to lower our expectations. If and when Conte walks, I'm done this season. Now, I think to myself that there's an awful lot of fans out there which feel this way, where they've put a lot of passion into the club and they've put up with stuff week in, week out, and especially the season ticket holders out there, and they're traveling around to the away matches too. And if these type of fans are the ones which are, feeling this disgruntled that they've had enough of this season. Look, even Kane's turned around and said it. Marcelo's turned around and said it. And to a certain degree, what would I do? I'll always back the team because you're gone.
No, can I just say, people like Stel, Danny, and we are Tottenham TV, people in general, you're actually wasting your time and money going to the stadium. And be honest, you're just wasting your money. Imagine paying that much for watching shit every season. I don't know how do you guys do it. I generally don't know.
I answered your question 10 minutes ago. I'm not stable. I'm mental. right? Remember?
No, mate. No, it's passion. It's love. It's family.
No,
it's
it's
blood.
not. No,
It's history. You can't not.
I know I'm unstable.
Guys,
I know.
what about us in Asia, right? Waking up at 3:30 in the morning just to watch a match to get. Oh
You've
God,
got issues.
what's
You've
all
got
that
issues as
about?
well. You've got issues.
Now
as
let
well.
me. Can I
Because we love
interject
Tottenham, still we love Spurs.
I
That's
know,
why
can
we
I-
watch.
This guy,
Let me say this.
his name is Dietrich Kane. Clearly, he has got problems, right? That's obvious.
Yeah.
Mr.
Let me
K,
tell one of my.
Mr. K has got problems. I have got problems. Aaron has got problems. Here he is.
Jason Groves has got
He's
problems.
got problems. Everyone's got problems.
Fucking Grosey, you know, mate. Yeah. Where is Grosey anyway?
Jason, did
fucking
you-
bring it, mate. Bring it.
Listen, guys,
Jason.
guys, I would like to introduce Jason Groves into the house. Jason, hi. I hope you're well. I'd like to put this super chat up by Ryan, and maybe get you to say a few words on it. Ryan saying, "I will not go to the games, and I will not be putting my ticket up for exchange. It will just be an empty seat in the stadium. Hopefully, more join in." Jason,
idea.
if you were
Ryan.
still in the stadium, if you were still in London and visiting the games, would you be in that situation right now where you'd be thinking to yourself, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my money here? Or are you quite happy to carry on?
Okay, if I was still living in England and I had a season ticket, I'd go. But I would also be bringing some kind of placard and making my feelings known at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, look, at the end of the day, do we as a set of supporters for this particular season have to lower whatever false expectations we may or may not have had? I'm sure we do. Like, I don't think there was a lack of effort in the team. I just think there's a lack of quality in the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the most
definitely.
worrying thing is that, and I don't know if you guys have spoke about it or not, but that Conte interview, not the one after the game, but the one he gave with Sky, more importantly, like, holy fuck, man. We've broke Conte.
Yeah.
We've
actually broke Conte. Like,
Yeah,
what the
we broke Mourinho too. So we've been breaking managers all this while.
No, but this cannot be understated. We're talking about Conte here, a man that will just walk out on a bloody club, just a drop of a pin. This guy looked broken. He looked broken.
Sounded broken and all.
He said, "I want to go and have a chat with the meeting," because he wants to hand his resignation in to say, "Listen, I can't. I put my hand up and say, listen, you know what? Maybe I'm not good enough.
I can't take this
Maybe I'm
anymore."
not the right man for this job."
Can I just
He's
say
looking
something?
for an excuse to leave.
We're assuming that that's what he meant. Okay, come on, let's give it a couple of days. Let's
No.
give him
Those
time to
are the
cool down.
words he said it, but he might have said it emotionally.
Can I
And
just
he
say
might
Yeah, he
be just
did.
saying that.
Like we're all emotional after a game. I mean, and to Ryan, sorry, I love you, but mate, I mean, QPR fans didn't give up when they were 2 divisions down. You know, they didn't stop going. You know, I mean, lots of clubs fans in the
QPR. Owned by Malaysian.
Come on. No, but okay, so what? But I mean, their fans still supported them. Man City fans still went when they were a couple of divisions down. Yeah, you know, I mean, Notts County fans still go
Aaron,
to games.
To tell you the truth, right? It's not about losing the games, right? If Levy was just fucking honest and tell us that we're not going to be a big club, right? We don't want a big stadium. We're not going for Champions League. We're going to be a shitty middle table club, right? And play shitty football for the rest of our lives, right? And be honest with us, and instead of fleecing the fans, right, making me wake up at 3:30 in the morning to watch stupid fucking football shit shows like that, right? I'll be happy. Just be honest.
But this is the life of a football fan. This is the life of a football fan.
Why bring in Mourinho after that? Why bring in Conte after that? He should just go to Big Sam after Nuno.
Look, I'm as much an advocate for Levy and Enoch out as anybody. I have been since Martin Yall was sacked. I've not bought a single, piece of merchandise or gone to a game. But I still think if you have the option, the opportunity to go to a game, to go and support the team, you have to go. Like that's just me.
But
Man.
Aaron,
I mean, support the
Aaron,
team, support the.
Aaron, it gets to I guess to a point where you're actually sick and tired supporting crap.
I mean, listen, mate.
Like, if it was
41 years, mate, and I am.
It's in my blood. I was born a Tottenham fan. My dad's a Tottenham fan. Like, I got no fucking choice.
You're a lunatic.
I can't switch
Yeah.
off.
You're an
Right.
absolute lunatic.
I can't just switch off and
Family.
not
It's
love
family.
my club and not watch it. Like, I can't. I don't have that fucking in me, as much as it hurts. I don't. Like, that's not an option.
No, I'm not saying stop supporting the club. I'm just saying, like, don't get
go.
mad. Just don't get mad anymore. Like, just go there like you're a tourist. That's what I'm trying to say. Because this club will never get anymore.
No, mate. Tourists go and they buy the merchandise. You
No,
know
no,
what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, be just neutral. Like, you don't care what happens at this
Yeah,
point.
but you understand where I'm coming from. I used to go to White Hart Lane in the 90s when we, like, the mid-90s. Well, when we were decent, all the way through the 90s when we were fucking garbage. Yeah? And I cheered, swore, cursed, hated, loved, like... Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
this is-
just... I can't
Jason-
just go there and not give a fuck. Like,
No,
that's
but
just
Jason,
not
this
in
is...
me.
But Jason, during the 90s, we accepted what we were. Remember?
Exactly. This is like there's a difference between.
But now we've all
Dude, don't get me wrong. I knew what we were. I didn't accept it.
sorry, not accepted. Not accepted. We knew what we
I
were.
knew
right?
what we
Sorry,
was, 100%.
We knew what we were. Yeah, we knew what we were. But now the owners paint this gloss picture over all this shit that we are going through, and bring up all the expectation. That's what I'm saying. Levy, just come out, be honest, and tell us we're a shit club, right? If you still love the club, please support our shit club. That's all.
It's like no, you tell the fans we don't have the money to compete with big clubs, like buying the big players and stuff. So why the hell do you go build a £3 billion pound stadium? Why do you go? Why do you go spend on a cinema? Why do you go buy a hotel? You see, this is more than being shit. This is life.
Well, the thing that kind of pissed me off was when he referred to people like myself, Stel, Khalid, Jason, 40 plus kind of year old fans as legacy fans. That was what really got to me. That was like a big kick in the fucking.
And one last thing, how did Stel go on Spurs web and still comment? I thought he blocked you.
I want to say something very quick.
I was blocked by Seb, the editor of Spurs Web on his private Twitter.
Yo, Stello, first of all, I agree with Stello, Coach Stello. Fans, they are different. There are many fans. There are many types
who's
of.
Stello?
Hold on. I'll call you
Stelio.
Stello.
Sorry, you have to. It's pronounced Stelio.
Stello. If you lived in Dublin, it'd be alright, Stello. What's the story, below?
You make me sound like a chocolate bar. I want a Stello.
A Greek fighter. But there are fans that are crazy, bro.
A pint of Stello.
Okay, yeah. My bad, bro. I put you in your name, man. But there are fans like that. Okay. So listen, like I was like, sometimes we'd be topic like a delusional guy, an Arsenal fan called Ty. Ty is a mentally attached to this team. Like his life rotates around that team, Arsenal fan. So some guys will think when they watch him lately since 2000 when that AFT blew up, they think his attitude is a movie. Is an act, right? Hold on a minute, man. Chill.
Lee, can you stop spamming the chat, please? Lee?
Yeah, Lee, I'll have to block you, mate, or time you out, mate, if you do that again, man.
They think Thai attitude is an act, like AFT telling him to act that way. When in reality, I saw a video that's 2004 or 2005, him with the same attitude doing an interview with Sky TV, same delusion, same he's thinking Arsenal is untouchable, same attitude, same thing. There are people like that.
Danny Kyriakou.
Yeah, do Danny Kyriakou 3 times. I've told him I'd take him up on the bet. Yeah, that Conte is not getting sacked.
No,
today.
you're right. He's not delusional. I mean,
what do you mean
Stello
equals points?
He's not fake. Ty doesn't fake that. That is what he is.
But he's delusional when he thinks that his team is good.
He believes his entire
Where's that pun? Bring that hot cross pun on this show.
You will never be a Ty you will never hear Ty criticize his team. And also, still, I'm 100% sure. Like my team in Saudi, it's Al Ittihad. One of the best experiences. The team lately been shit. When I go to the stadium, Al Ittihad. When I go to the stadium, I love the environment. I love sitting with the ultras.
It's the best, isn't it? It's the best.
Yes, it's the best experience. No matter how your team perform, you just go there, cuss at the players, cuss at the other team. It's a beautiful environment no matter what. And I'm 100%
Tottenham's
sure.
not like that anymore. Tottenham's not like that anymore.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure. Still, I'm 100% sure. Spurs media team, they know what the fans are talking about. I'm sure your account on Twitter is under their radar.
Listen, you know what? They're actually sitting up at night time and they're watching the stream right now.
Not like
they do
anymore.
They do watch. They do listen. They do read.
You can't get up and rant and rave and swear.
Jason,
Tottenham press.
You don't need queue up to get a point.
Yeah.
You got fans buying miniature bottles of wine.
What
miniature bottles of wine?
Don't tell me they've got rid of the meat pies. There better be fucking meat pies there.
No, there's pies. There's still pies.
Can you still buy
they're not vegan pies now.
Yeah,
can you still get a fucking jellied eel?
Fuck
no eels allowed anymore.
Like arse. That's disgusting.
No, but it's different. It's more of a middle class affair now.
Yeah, but I mean, the one thing that's always got me with this new stadium and all that is like they charge champagne prices for fucking ties of football. You know what I mean? It's like
Jason, we lose, and then fans go to like this brass bar with nice tiles and listen to someone on the guitar and like a live band after we've lost.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them as well.
No,
but they put on music live bands after we lose.
You leave the stadium, you go down the pub and have a good old complain up when you get drunk. That's what you're supposed to damn well do.
No, they hang about the stadium, they socialise, they buy some. There's even like a little. They buy food to take home for the family. It's just a really nice place to be.
Guys, listen, guys, it's been like 2 hours and nearly 40 minutes since the stream's been up, right? Yeah, and I know some of you guys are in the UK and it's like 3:30 in the morning. Alama over here is saying, guys, will any of this matter if World War III starts? I think basically, if we contemplate that to occur, and we've only got 38 minutes left officially to go, then we should spend some time maybe doing a few other things. I'd like to maybe wrap the show up a little bit before it gets to the 3-hour stage, rather than turning this into a marathon. If that's okay with everyone, unless someone's got some really long stuff to talk about.
Let's
you can always do that in the back studio. What I'd like to do is I'd like to give the outro to the people out there that are currently in our panel. Listen, viewers out there, thank you very much for viewing. People putting comments up, really do appreciate your comments. They really make the show tick. And those people out there that put super chats in, really do appreciate the support that you're giving towards Will Stewart's Rants channel. Amazing. And all those viewers that are watching in the future, please do leave a comment below if you possibly can, what you think about the situation. Has it changed since the moment that we recorded this particular thing? Mad Muller, you're a bit of a favorite now coming into our streams. Do you do anything other than this? Do you pop into like Chelsea streams at all, or do you just our one?
Nah, not really. I mean, I'm thinking about opening a channel, but I love this channel because you guys are cool and all of that, and I like to chat with you guys.
Well, brilliant. If you want to carry on chatting, you can hang around the back studio. We're going to be there in a minute. Do you have anything like a Twitter handle or something like that people can follow you on?
No, I don't do social media.
Okay, not to worry. In that case, would you like to say bye to the audience? And if you just hang around the back studio, we'll be there very soon, shortly. Peace out.
Peace out.
Love that. Absolutely fantastic. Just hang around if you can. Aaron, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. I know you came along to do a little bit of banter with us in the back of the studio. Any last words before you jump in the back studio?
Yeah, I'd just love to plug Bon the cat, Shamu's famous cat, Instagram. Bon, Shamu will give you the details. And that's pretty much it, man. If you want a little bit of fluffy fun, check out Bon the cat.
Brilliant. Shamu, if you can put that into the comment section, that'd be really brilliant. Aaron, I'll speak to you later if you want to hang around the back.
Cheers, man. I'll be there. I'll be there for the banter.
Brilliant. And last, not quite last yet, Jason. Honestly, it's a pleasure to have you popping into the stream, and obviously to get your 2 pence on it. Which, you know what? Believe it or not, your comments are incredibly fair and balanced. I have to turn around and say that. Jason, would you like to... No, but you know what it is that probably making curry for yourself is right. Really kind of put you in a zen moment. Because it's not. But listen, is there anything last few words you'd like to say before I put you into the back studio?
No, I mean, is it the end of the world? No. Does it hurt? Yes. Do I want Conte to leave? God no. But you know, it'll all find itself. Water always finds a path. You know what I mean? Things move on, but it sucks.
Jason, do you think? Quick question before you go. Quick question. Do you think he's going to go tomorrow or not?
Honestly, Stel, if it was any other manager than Conte saying all that shit, I don't know. But Conte's got a reputation for just like fucking. See, the problem is the way I look at it. I don't think he's upset with the club. I think he's genuinely saying, like, I've never lost this many games in this period of time, and I don't know what else to do with this lot. So I think they need another solution other than me. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I got.
Yeah.
So
that was pretty much exactly what he said.
How did you read that, Still?
No, I asked you. Do you think he's going to go tomorrow?
You're thinking about putting a bet, right?
No, I want to know what Jason thinks.
Fuck, man.
You put him on the seat.
No, like, honestly, I want to say yes, but I don't want to say it, so no. Because I don't want him to fucking leave.
I think he's gone.
But
I think he's gone.
Me too. But what did you make of his statement? Like, what else can you make of that?
He's just realised he can't do it. He can't do it.
He's like, I can't fucking turn this. Like, my soul hopes they get him in there and they go, listen, we're gonna throw the fucking checkbook at you. Just stay till summer. Write us a fucking list. We'll get them. You know what I mean? Like, just get on his fucking knees and beg.
I think Jason, you're right though. I think it's embarrassment.
Yeah. Listen, if he stays to the end of the season, he has to accept they're going to lose more and more and more games, and he's not prepared to be a part of that. So therefore, he now wants out. If the board say to him, we guarantee you £300 million in the summer, then he'll stay. But they can't do that. The board can't do that because the board...
Gentleman's agreement. You can't trust it.
The board will only back the board will only back him if we get top four. And he knows we're not getting top four. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
Look, it's definitely it's a rock and a hard place.
For me, he's gone, mate. He's gone.
I think his pride is what's going to push him out, though, because he realised, like, he literally said it, though. He's like, I've never lost this many games in a row. Like, this is not, like, I don't know what else to do.
He doesn't know what to do.
I do 20-hour days. Like, yeah.
Exactly. He does long hours, man. The guy comes in early. He's very late.
And the players are putting the application on the pit. Like, they're working hard. It's just they're just not good enough.
If you're a player of Tottenham and you go home tonight and you look at these interviews, you go on social media, what the fuck are you thinking going into the Leeds match? You're thinking, fuck this.
Oh, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if he goes... I don't see Kane hanging around.
I tell you what, there's going to be quite a few streams happening if he goes tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of action happening.
YouTube's rubbing its hands together.
Twitter's holding itself together. Sky is going, yeah, man, finally we're going to get to this guy. But listen, Jason, I'm going to put you into the back studio. Thank you very much for coming onto the stream. Really do appreciate it. And you know what? This thing that you brought up here, this topic, it's going to rumble on until we get answers.
Oh, yeah.
But I think you're right. I think he's embarrassed. Personally, that's what I think. I think he's embarrassed. He doesn't know where to put his face. Thinking, hold on a second, everyone's going to laugh at me. I'm supposed to be an elite manager. I've lost 4 out of 5 games. How's that elite? Doesn't matter which team I'm playing.
And he doesn't and I don't think he believes he can turn it around with the players he's got. In fact,
he said he doesn't know what to do.
He can't turn it around. Right. And he's like, I don't know what to do. They're crap. Well, he might as well have said that.
Right, dude, listen. Thank you very much for coming in. I'm going to put you into the back studio. If you want to hang around for a bit, we will have a little chat about the same topic, tell you the truth. Good night to you.
Take care. See you, bub.
And Dietrich, last but not least.
Best for last, of course.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry, Dietrich, before you speak. Dietrich.
Breaking news: Dietrich is still here.
Yeah.
Dietrich, what's your last comments before I put you into the back studio? Because
my last comments.
I felt that you, out of all the people that popped into the stream so far, you've probably, to my ears, it sounds like you're the most in pain. And is that because of Kane?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Pain?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of sad watching your favorite player like being so down.
Yeah.
Like, I hate watching that. Like, he gives everything on the pitch, and you still have shit all over you, all over the pitch. And I love Kane. I'm gonna support this guy into my grave. And I hope he leaves. I'm not gonna lie. I hope he leaves to Man City so I can watch him like lift a trophy.
Wow.
And to every Enoch in or find an excuse to give Enoch some credibility, I'm telling you, your mother made a mistake when she gave birth to you. I'm not even lying. I hate every single one of them. I can't stand you. I hate you, and I hope you never. I hope you get blocked on every social media. I hate you.
Unfortunately, they're the ones who create the social media. Anyway, listen, Dietrich, thank you very much for your thoughts. I do feel your pain. Please hang around the back studio. We'll see if we can ease it out before you go to.
Can I just say,
okay?
There is one thing we've forgotten to do tonight, and that is.
Oh no, you can't do it.
No, you can't do the Kane track. No.
Sorry,
because Sonny's not impressed. He's thinking, "What's going on, geezer?"
I'm just trying to keep the authenticity of this show going. That's all.
Kane doesn't know what to do.
But you can agree that Son made a mistake. Like, he's supposed to do a through ball at a certain point. I don't remember which minute.
But it's a Kane tracker, not a Son tracker.
That's a Son tracker. Okay. Listen, Dietrich, it's a pleasure. Listen, we can chat about this a little bit afterwards. Going to stop the show very shortly now. So anyway, you will be there. Thank you very much for coming in. Now, dude, just the two of us, and a little bit of Sonny, just a little bit of Sonny.
Man, we kept the WillStewartTHFCRants show going. We covered Conte. We didn't talk once about the match. We've covered nothing about the match.
That's true. This wasn't an after show match. This was really got to do with the Conte. Yeah. Purely Conte. Because why? Because matches come and go. Contes, we don't get that many Contes arriving. And I don't know when the next one will arrive. God knows when.
So I need to, you haven't answered the question though.
What's the question?
Is Conte going tomorrow or not?
I've got a feeling that everyone's wrong about the 20 million. I think it's more 30.
Okay, but is he going to?
Because the thing is, he's saying basically the look on his face was of embarrassment that he has to take so much money. This is probably the largest wage he's ever had in his life for a straight up contract. And I believe that basically he feels embarrassed. He is a man that likes to keep to his word. He has a certain degree of honor about him. He may be a bit of a hothead, but that's what you expect from a man that doesn't drop down from his principles, that won't mince his words, who likes to be truthful. I mean, we've got Chelsea fans that have come to our stream. They can give us a lot more information regarding Conte. But personally, myself, I don't think he's walking tomorrow. I don't think he's walking tomorrow. If he walks tomorrow, then you know what? I'll be doing this. Because trust me, all the Levy lovers out there, I'm coming for you. Simple as that. I was about to walk away, but now I'm going to come back. But let's wrap the show up on a little bit of a positive note, if possible. The problem is I can't find anyone that's like looking positive. I got Kane looking positive. I don't have Sonny looking positive. I don't have Conte looking positive. But I do have one guy looking positive.
Do you know what to do when there's no positivity?
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all of them and go back to my original punch. You just say goodnight and hit the outro. Which good night, everyone. Levy out.
Good night.
Oh, you know what we've forgotten to do? We haven't really done an outro. Yeah, we on this at all. Viewers out there, if you can like and subscribe, if you can share this video. If you haven't watched all of it, please do go and watch the beginning of it. You will find it entertaining. All the viewers and comments out there which have come in, I 100% appreciate all of you guys. and from the bottom of my heart, Levy out.